And
Hello and welcome
no,
back from oh,
no traditional greeting.
no traditional greeting. Hello and welcome back from me being basically dead, so no session for a while.
Yeah,
Who who would like to recap like 3 weeks ago?
I don't know,
That
man.
was 3 weeks?
I don't
Three
think it was, but it was
weeks,
pretty close.
Yeah.
pretty close to 3. Getting there.
Group
Two
therapy
weeks.
sessions. That's
Yes.
what it was. Zodiac's Noah of Ophiuchus? Ophiuchus?
Just it's okay, I got you. I got you.
Bloody-
Chufus.
Ah.
Aria, welcome to
I'm
what I
the
feel like
name
every time
person.
you make a character.
Ophiuchus?
Yeah.
I say Ophiuchus.
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 So things are going to be moving pretty quickly now. The Zodiacs are a little bit split on this new issue. So, yay wish! Yay wish! Shaking the entire snow globe.
Yeah.
That's a really good description of what this was. Man, my notes are whack now.
Yeah.
We feign lock Caius's memories, specific ones, very sensitive, delicate information, but allow him to keep important things like, how and why his siblings are now alive.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Well, with one amended detail.
Rosalind and Eloise talk him into locking memories of Lucy and Thorne being able to talk. And, because the roll was real high, and John allowed it, we also talked Caius into locking away memories of Ashta's general disposition so that he
Towards
thinks they're besties. And then
We're
we
the best of friends.
And then we send him off into Fluss.
We foisted him out into the world. Oh god.
Don't worry, he'll be fine. This isn't...
Sure.
He's not gonna know anything is wrong until he gets back and, oh boy. This is a
Yes.
time bomb.
It's concussion number 12.
God.
It depends on how he goes about it. So Ashta, in the
Yeah.
meantime, is going to talk to the hybrid. Eloise asks Rosalind to talk to Talcent at the time back up at the castle. On the way they find this druidic safe house that's disguised as a steakhouse. It's shady as hell. Definitely a front.
Safe house, safe house.
They didn't go
Yep.
much further into it.
No.
The hybrid has taken on the name Jay, like the bird. There is apparently a curse to speaking the name of person who hired Bo to killing Aquarius. It brings eyes. But number 13 is significant, so, we know who that is. In character, now that we know this, presumably, the party should probably avoid saying the name Ophiuchus anymore, just in case.
You're welcome, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've already said it. It's already happened, but...
Oh no, I mean you're welcome for not having to say it all the time anymore.
Yeah.
Just pronunciation.
Pretty much everybody is in the Zodiacs has worked with Bo, hired Bo for something or other. We don't have details on that. We don't know if it was all the same sort of stuff, except for Aquarius and Cancer because they're relatively young and new to the positions. Number 13 ordered the hit on Caius's family directly. Bo has demi-plane homes, hybrid knows codes, access for 2 to 3 of them, so now Ashton knows that. Bo killed the former Ares, and has been doing jobs like this for about 700 to 800 years. He makes a lot of magical deals, and most of his organs are made of metal. So that could be fun with the right spell. Jay sold the Ring of Raised Dead to guess who? Blue cloak wizard guy who we still have no idea what his deal is. For a lot of money, he'd hired some mercenaries to mess with the war and make the rebels win, but then called them off in some kind of change of heart. Jay found out Caius is in Fluss and immediately is like, nope, I'm going to Kakoween now. We gave him a puppy before he headed out. So that he's got
He
a
will
little
now love you
companion.
forever.
Yep. He will love the puppy.
Fucking better.
Mm-hmm.
You fucking better.
It's how we make friends.
It's a good way to do it, honestly.
In the
Give
meantime...
them puppies.
Yep. Meantime, Rosalind talked to Talcent. They're trying to fix themselves. There are some issues. There was a very long talk, difficult talk. Finally, we get those scrying bubbles popped. and there's a bit of magic that encases both in a bubble after some crying is done. Kind of shows Xenia's backstory a little bit. Getting a little more expressive around the party until Remy, and then there's a crack and it shatters, and now they're in kind of 4 pieces. Talcint was talked into eating some food and taking a nap, essentially. Feel a little bit better, maybe. We get 2 hours to Anther. Finished the Rose Orb enchanting. That was my note, though. Oh, Irui's finished a Feeble Mind poison and gave it to Ashta. And kind of also, told him, quasi-apologized for Xenia stealing it from his bag in the first place. And then there's some Irui's therapy with Ashta. They have a little bit of a talk and a mock quasi-fight. Pretty much Ashta going, hey, hit me. Show me what you've actually got. We see a magic surge that caused a magnetic skeleton for 10 minutes on Ashta. I think they eventually got that cancelled or pried apart or something.
We waited 10 minutes.
Yep. And we've just reached Anther at the end of the last session we played.
Yep.
By the way, it's just me, or is our real robot for anyone else a little bit?
Yeah, my voice connected kept going red in the middle of that. I don't know why.
That's
She
not
sounds
super
okay to
noticeable.
me.
Yeah,
Sounds alright to me, yeah.
but everyone else did hear it?
A little bit.
Not really.
Right at the end.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what that is. I don't know why. So let's just hope for the best.
Alright.
Basically. Alright. So, as we start off today's session in Anther, I will properly move the giant pink floating castle in the sky. As you guys are approaching about 2 to 3 hours past noon. It's been an eventful day, and a busy one for sure. As you stop above Anther, what are you guys there to do?
Rosalind's
What
gonna
is
go
there to
and
do in Anther? Yeah.
Rosalind's gonna go and
for
change
this,
into
yeah.
one of her regular dresses and go around.
For-
All right, I'm going
for-
to head down.
never
If
been to
anybody would
Anther,
like
yeah.
to come with me, Fervis, you've never been here before.
I've never been to Anther, no.
This is my home. This is where I grew up. Do you
Oh.
want to come and see it?
Sure.
This is also where this entire show started,
Oh, wow. Wow.
or at least our side.
Cute little town.
You remember it, don't you? From Xenia.
Yeah, of course I do. I have same memories. You know.
Of course. How does that work? Do you remember it as if it were yourself, or is there a distance there?
I don't know.
That's all right.
I'm very good at dissociating, but I think that's just me.
Hmm. That... you should probably...
Don't make me sick, Rayla, on
Eh?
you.
I don't know what you're talking about. Let's go down. Anyway.
Well, I'd be happy to show you around, Fervis, and
Okay.
let's catch up on everything, though I'm going to have to go and talk to my father, and... well, if anybody wants to do anything else while I do that, feel free.
That's okay.
You're not... You're... It makes sense why you're not wearing armor, but I'm still going to bring it up.
If it makes you feel better, we'll pack it in your bag of holding, or in mine, rather. Whichever. And I'll at least have it with me, though it'll take me a few minutes to put it on.
Nods. Troubles tends to follow us, is all.
I'm going home. I want to be comfortable.
And you want your father not thinking you need to wear armor as much.
Perhaps.
Perhaps.
You get like
Shall
a
we be
spare
off?
set of those. You can get like a spare shirt of those undershirts Esther has. But yeah, let's head out.
Yeah, Esther does. Excuse me. Esther does have the really light armor you can slip on beneath your shirt.
Hmm. She might do that and just hope that it's not like, go for a hug and it's like, now hang on a second.
Wait a gosh darn minute.
Give the
Wait a
president a
minute.
bulletproof vest. We'll be fine.
So, as you head down to Anther, uh, it's bustling. It seems people have kind of gotten used to the rhythm of this new town life. The settled population is, for the most part, settled and seemingly just living here. The limits of the city have yet to properly expand as they probably need to, as the forests still surround a lot of the sides of it, and it's only gone a little bit way down the path towards Peduncle. But it is functional. There are a great number of people who are going about their day and looking at the wonder of a flying castle above their heads. As you float down with... Who all's going down?
Ash,
Yeah, Louise is gonna go
Ash.
down.
Reese?
Fervus is going down.
Okay, so all four. Okay.
I assume
Also, as
Vincent
the forward-
is still napping. I'm not gonna interrupt that.
as they're descending as well, Ash just looks up. It's like, I hope your father's found time to sleep in between the last time we met him and now.
I do as well.
And
It's
as you...
very different.
Fred?
Go ahead.
And as you make your way down, you see a small procession of guards kind of looking up at you, most of them holding crossbows but not pointing it up at you. Eventually they recognize all of you. And
Except
everything
for
is kind
Fervus,
of...
probably.
They recognize that there is a genasi.
Oh, okay.
Ash just shoots the ones who are like closer up a few glares, like, you know who you were.
Know who you're dealing with.
And as you come down, they're all standing at a half salute, if not a full salute. Ashley, you do see the one that you kind of joked around with forever ago in the dining hall. He kind of smirks at you and goes, "Hello, soldier."
He gives a wave. Just, we'll be in town for a bit if you want to catch up at all.
Sure. Just here for a social call, or?
Mostly.
We'll see.
Possibly just
Alright.
a brief visit. Maybe a day.
Maybe some. Well, also, just a quick feign over. There's the bringing people on you were talking about. Are we going doing that
Yep,
today?
feign back, yes, if possible. That might take a little longer.
We might have some other business, more professional, but mainly talking is our purpose here, I guess.
So, where is my
As
father
is
at the
the
moment?
case with you, Nibbles. He's just in his office. He saw you guys coming and asked us to escort you once here, if you plan to come by.
I do.
He also sends his best regards to each of you.
So, player forgets name. Druid who was helping with stuff.
Sam's here.
Sam's here.
Sam's here.
Is Sam Sear still around?
You see like an uneasy look pass between them. It's like,
Oh,
interesting choice of
touched a
words,
nerve.
but yes.
Okay, we're not
They-
up to date.
No, that's okay.
Yeah.
We understand. He had a they had a brush with near death due to exhaustion recently, so they're recovering currently.
There's like a pinch in the bridge. Seems whatever time your father found was taken up by the other one. We should. Where is Samsir currently residing? Are
In
they
the,
able to talk?
Yeah, they are. Unless they're asleep.
Mhm.
In the palisade, they're taking some time to rest.
All right. We'll do a stop
I'm
in
sure-
then.
Sure, just go in quietly in case they are asleep. And God knows they need it.
All right. And shall we head to the main area, castle?
If you,
Longhouse, palisade, pick your word.
if any of you want to look in on Samsir, while I talk to my father, we should be able to divide and deal with things simultaneously if need be.
I mean, I'm one of the two who really knows Samsir. Um, might as well bring you along if that's gonna happen. We can do one at a time.
Could bring him a bottle of wine.
I'm available to go wherever,
Uh,
wherever you need.
you should probably stick close to at least one of us,
That sounds good.
just so you don't get too lost, though, to be honest.
of
It's
course, yeah.
changed so much while I've been gone that... Well, I recognize that and that, but that's new.
Have you traveled much place out of the desert, kid?
For materials, yes, but not too far out.
So is this your first proper jaunt into like a civilized, developed area? That isn't just kind of...
I've been to cities before. I've been to various cities before, but none this far out.
Will this be as we're
I
walking?
I typically stay
I
near,
assume so.
near closer to the desert, like places like ISIL. I've made stop in, but yeah, nowhere really near Anther.
And so what keeps you sticking with us then?
Curiosity mainly, but also I don't know. I feel like there's something to be had here.
I'd say you've gotten some pretty good fucking benefits along the way.
Yeah. Yes, the castle is quite a boon for research. Definitely better than the makeshift huts that I've occasionally had to resort to.
And there's just a quick ping over the phone. Let's not forget these little bit of brain technology and what was that?
Yeah.
Your intellect greatly magnified by a god?
Yeah, he'll feign back. Yes, the new voices in my head and the hyper intelligence is also quite
Well,
interesting and
better version of your
very
own voice.
good. Yeah, very good reason to stay.
Yeah, if this
Alright.
happened in the first 2 days of knowing us, just imagine what it could be like going forward.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't guarantee the trend will continue upwards, but
Hey,
and I wouldn't be too happy about it, but if you decide to cut your losses now and run off with what you got for whatever you want to, I mean,
I feel no need to.
Good.
This feels like the more exciting path to take.
I guess that's a way to put it. This is in group vein, by the way, just for...
Yeah.
Yeah. For anyone.
Oh, hey, look, we're at the castle.
If there's nothing else, you guys arrive at the front of the
Yeah.
longhouse, and it's once more bustling. There's a line of people out the front door, kind of being bouncered by a few guards. One of which, Rosalind, you don't recognize, but is a mountain of a man, probably 9 feet tall, clearly Goliath, and carrying like a halberd in one hand and a great sword over his other shoulder, almost like he's ready to draw it and wield them one each. As you guys kind of walk in, he lowers his halberd at each of you and says, "No cutting in line." And the other guard goes, "It's
There's
not.
Oh,
Let them in." He kind of just like, looks a bit humbled and lets you guys in.
There's a
Rosalind is
small grin
already
on Ash's face.
reaching back just in case Ashton was gonna get antsy, but okay.
Yeah, he didn't point it at you guys. He like dropped it in front.
Yep. There's a small smile on Ash's face as he looks like he cranes his neck up.
Yep.
You must be new here.
you must be new here.
Yes, my lady. I'm my lady, I think.
Yes.
Learn the face of the daughter, Duke.
Ah, apologies,
It's fine. You.
Lady Salvatore. I'm one of the refugees from Peduncle.
I'm glad you found a place.
Oh, someone my size typically does. Though it has to be a rather large space to fit me. This longhouse seemed to be a good one. Go ahead, I don't want to take you guys up for any time.
Thank you. should go inside.
And as you guys enter, your father is playing audience to what looks to be the equivalent of court, but you know it's just people coming up and bringing anything up they need to, and he looks sick. Very clearly sick.
Oh,
Not like some sort of deathly illness, but he's clearly got some kind of flu. The way he talks is raspy. You can hear the nasally tone to his voice, kind of like your DM right now. And
Good playoff.
but you can see,
Yeah.
but you can see he's pushing off and got some kind of medicine in a cup next to him that he's sipping for every once in a while. His voice smooths out whenever he takes a sip for a bit. It seems like he's got a couple of the healer types on hand. Every once in a while they'll do like a light spell on him that seems to revitalize him as he talks.
Out of character, would we know that, like, lesser restoration just cuts diseases?
It does, yes.
Like, like, outright.
Yep.
He's just a quick ping over, like, a man of his stature with clerics on tap shouldn't be sick.
Rosalind,
I don't think.
does
he
Rosalind know if Anther typically had, quote unquote clerics on tap?
There's always a couple, and when needed, the Duke is typically the first to get them. But you also know that they can't fix everything. There are things like certain chronic illnesses that maintain. There are things such as pure exhaustion, which can't just be fixed unless you have greater rest. There are things such as magical diseases. There are things such as curses. There's always something that could happen still that the clerics need to spend more time to actually work on.
She's gonna feign back in that case. It might not be just a simple cold if he's exhausted and pushing through anyway.
And I hope he got that by pure circumstance.
There's not really a worded response, just this worried little hum in the feign back.
Keep
But
an
on
eye
the
on it.
but on the outside,
That's okay
Rosalind
now.
is smiley.
Yep, just think back. We'll keep an eye on it. Doesn't look bad right now. At worst, we can hopefully go get the cleric we have on tap.
Yeah.
And Rosalind, for a situation like this, you know standard protocols for you guys to enter the kind of area of appeals and wait for your result. So it's simple enough to do so. You wait about 15 minutes as he's discussing the case of what seems to be an intentional arson going on around the city, and the person who committed it being brought to justice. And they are in front of the court, and he is currently metering out the punishment, of which he determines to basically be they will be in service of Samsir, as they do have minor magical abilities, and if Samsir deems them not useful, they will be exiled from. With that, the kind of case and you can see the lawyer types exit to back outside to the rest of the town, whereas the one prosecuted is brought to a kind of separate side room, and the Duke calls a recess while everyone kind of gets up. He gestures to you guys, and he kind of raises his arms when he sees you and says, you are well, I hope?
I am, and she's gonna go up and give him a very careful hug. You don't seem to be. Are you taking care of yourself?
To the best of my ability, and when he hugs you back, it is a fierce hug. He's not weak.
Okay. And she'll hug a little tighter in that case.
Yep, and he kind of nods to the two of you in turn recognizes him and goes, now, I know one of you could change sex and appearance before. Has the Genasi learned it as well? I thought that was just an elf thing.
What?
Esther is up on the castle, keeping an eye on things there. This,
It's like a from Ashta.
this is Fervus. We met him recently, but he's been
Gives
a
a
valuable
slight
addition
wave.
to the group.
Nice to meet you, Fergus. I'm Duke Salvater, the Duke of Anther for the time being, and father, to Rosalind.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, Your Highness. Then he gives like a slight, like weird bow.
Duke is alright, but I appreciate the reverence. And, Xenia, you look quite different.
Oh,
There's a
Even
complicated
Fervus
bit
is
of
like,
magic.
That's a story.
It is.
There's a quick
One you
feign
might
in the
see-
group. Sorry, good.
No, go ahead.
There's a quick feign in the group chat. Like, do we just let him go on that? Do we correct him?
And Rosalind replies to the group chat, up to Iruis.
I'm
Is
okay
this
with
a
him not
guy
correcting.
mixing?
It's fine at this point. It's
Yes.
fine. It's fine. This is temporary.
How about we just say
Um,
that this form is called your name, just without having to explain the whole thing?
Sure.
Long
Okay. That
story.
works.
Xenia is going by Iris right now.
Oh,
One of
my
look as
apologies,
icy.
Louise.
No worries.
I hope the new form is taking well and you're comfortable in it.
A
I've
little
been
bit
told
cold.
from Sam Sear. Oh. Do you feel cold more easily or less easily?
I don't know.
Alright, no
I
worries.
also lost
I
my
just-
I also lost my boots at that point, so I think that also could be that.
That does tend to be a problem.
Hmm.
I know that sometimes the forms are a bit difficult to settle into, according to Sam Sear, so I hope it is easier for you.
I appreciate the sentiment.
So, you folks are, I'm glad to see you, but I assume you have some kind of business here as you typically do?
A little bit, but also I wanted to see you. And also I
Yeah.
finished making something for you.
Oh, I will not say no to a gift.
She'll present the rose marble.
And he
And-
kind of takes it.
You gave it to me to enchant last time we
I
visited.
did.
It's finished.
And
Once a day,
what are
you can cast sending to anyone you're familiar with, anyone you know, but it is only a single limited message and a reply in that day. So it's best not to try to have a long conversation. For that, once a week, you can cast a dream spell. As long as that other person is asleep and on this plane, you should be able to talk.
I've been lucky enough to have someone use a dream spell on me before. I'm glad to hear I can use it again. This will be quite useful, actually, especially for long-distance diplomacy. Oh, I can finally speak to the folks in Darren Core. And you see him kind of start like thinking from it, and one of the clerics on the side kind of puts a hand on his shoulder and he goes, "Yes, I know. Sorry."
It is only once a week for that one, though. So, it has its limits.
Still, quite the boon, and I do appreciate it, dear.
I appreciated the practice.
And I take it that practice has treated you well?
Very. I think I've gotten
Even better.
something of a knack for it.
That's putting it lightly.
Is it now?
I may have, in my first attempt to enchant anything accidentally... I was just trying to make a razor blade magically sharp, so that it didn't have to be sharpened again. It now shaves so well that it keeps any facial hair from regrowing for about a week.
That does seem quite useful.
Ashta found that out the hard way.
Do you still want that?
There's a tilt to the head from Ashta.
He kind of looks at this kind of, admittedly kind of grubby-looking facial hair right now and goes, "I just mean it would save a lot of time."
I mean, he kind of like looks to Rosalind.
Well, you don't have to. I can try to make another one. I don't think it took much time.
How about you make a... How about... And he just goes and takes it out and hands it over. I don't need one immediately, and it seems your father needs all the time he can spare.
He
Alright.
kind of winces at that, but
Hmm.
takes it gratefully.
Yeah, Fervis does a bit of like that's a bit on the nose sort of hand motion, just like tapping his finger to the nose. Just
So is the... If it's not too much asking, the sickness from the overworking?
My suspicion is so, yes.
And it's... it's not your standard fare flu from the looks.
It's at least magically resistant. So if it is exhaustion, I wouldn't be surprised. It could just be stress for all that.
I wonder if I identify on them.
You
No.
Esther. Purvis, can you not cast Identify?
No, that's not a thing he can do.
Oh, I thought that was a artificer thing. Okay.
He's an alchemist, not an artificer. It's not this
That's right.
thing. Different class.
Sorry, I'm playing an artificer. I'm playing with an artificer in another campaign.
Yeah. I wanted something that specifically had no spells. So
Very fair. I've had diagnostic tests done. From what they could tell, it's nothing to be concerned about right now. But I'm taking time for myself whenever I can afford it to work.
Please do, and please get an assistant, somebody to pick up the lighter work.
Normally I do, however, Sam Sear was taking the brunt of that for a while and seems to be the cause of their collapse.
Maybe get a multiple, not just one that dives headfirst into everything.
Assistants for assistants are really helpful.
delegation is
Yes, I'm learning
very
now.
effective.
Yes, I will need to write new traditions and laws when it comes to cases like you see here today. Possibly ask those in either Lentiel or even as far up as a Konitan to send those with legal training.
There's a quick feign over for us. Like, how many businesses have you run that you know about delegation?
That came in the knowledge bundle patch.
He got the DLC.
First, just like, dude, I have like 7 dictionaries going on in my head right now.
I know what the word means, I know kind of what it is.
Oh, he's lagging a bit.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
IBM Watson downloading Urban Dictionary and learning to swear.
Yeah, very much so. And also learning how to explode things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, aside from that, we might possibly be ready to take a little bit of the load off of your hands in a certain sense. What we spoke of last time, is there anybody who would be interested in starting anew on a bit of land that's going to need more work, but plenty of space?
I
Land
did
being a
actually-
loose term.
Well, it's
I did
definitely
ask many of the residents who would like something like that, and we got a significant response, and I hope it was alright. I told them that I was planned to be on the flying castle, which scared a few of them and excited a few others.
Hmm.
So, all in all, we have a population of roughly 2,500 who would like to join you.
And Rosalind's eyes go big.
Oh!
Yep. Rosalind, you would know that
Purvis quickly
Anther,
run the numbers on that.
that's a lot. It's a big number.
Isn't our population like 200?
Yeah,
Roughly.
that's about what I was expecting.
Yep. Rosalind, you would know that the population of Anther pre-Peduncle incident was roughly 3 to 4,000. The fact that 2,500 want to come on is maddening. That being said, the island is bigger than Anther.
Yeah.
But
We have the space, but I'm not sure we have the resources to start
or the
with.
means, or
All the
the
facilities.
delegation.
And that's quite alright. I assumed that would be as much as that is a massive population. So what I have done is I've separated them into highly skilled folk who would be able to begin the setup and prepare and teach others on the new land and are willing to settle,
Yes.
as it were.
Yes.
Were our like requirements kept in mind with this?
Which specific one?
The not bringing on your entire family half.
Yes, this is mostly those who lost family.
Ah.
Or those from Anther originally who want to go back to father.
It does fulfill the idea of starting anew.
It very much does, and quite a number of them are young folk, very much willing to do the same, but I assured that in the smaller population that we have a few older, wiser folk. It's quite a few magic users as well, I hope that's...
What's the number on this skilled subset?
About 350.
It's still more than double what we have.
If I need to separate further, I will, but they do come with their own food and as well as tools, and most of them have.
Frankly, at that point, it could become many hands making light work because they would know what they were doing. They don't need to be taught, or at the very least, they wouldn't be coming up.
A light training regiment at the very least.
And they wouldn't be coming up to the island expecting everything to be ready for them.
Still, a more than doubling of the population is
I know.
Bold, to say the least.
Overwhelming.
perhaps we could hardline it at strictly doubling, no more.
So 200 of the most skilled and eager and ready?
That way, there's, in theory, one person there per new recruit to show some sort of ropes.
You see him kind of pale a bit at that suggestion. He goes, "Oh, that'll be an interesting selection process. I hope you have Issa with you, right?
Up on
There's
the
this
castle,
nod.
yes.
Bring her down.
Yes.
Could you please bring her down and have her interview anyone who she does not trust? I feel like that would lessen the population first, and that would take the load off me quite a bit as well." He seems almost desperate in saying this.
That would be our good combing. We would be happy to.
I will send a message right away, and Rosalind's just going to step off to the side as if she's casting magic, but she's just going to feign up to Issa. We need you.
Oh, that's it.
and
She immediately comes back with, "What's happening?"
Nothing vital, nothing dangerous. But then a quick rundown of the situation
Paperwork.
and how much time do you think we should need for you to do quick process through that many people?
200.
I have some folks down there who could help me out of the old guard group. I can get them to probably recruit a few of them myself, actually, if that's okay with you guys.
Good. I'll talk to my father. Just give me their names and I'll pass them along. And Rosalind
Ben,
will
she
do
does
so.
it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's done very quickly.
Does
And
Asher know the name of that
says,
one
like,
guy?
I'll be there quickly. Which one?
The one you talked to when they first got in. Can't quite remember.
It's somewhere.
It's somewhere.
Uh,
It's somewhere before we were recording.
I think it was after we were recording, but
Was it?
I think so.
Because if he was in Anther.
Well, this is when Xenia first got the, this is when Xenia transitioned overnight and came out looking super attractive, and everyone was like, "Hello." It was that session.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
think it was pre-recording.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's
Pre-recording?
pre-recording.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
because we went there to Lucerne, I think.
Mm-hmm.
That's right, yes. Okay. Or you don't happen to have it on hand, do you?
I don't remember if he gave a name. Hold on.
If not,
That would have been
we
my
can go with
earlier
Robert.
notebook.
He gave a pseudonym last time, so this time we get his real name of...
Oh god, it's like the Caribbean nicknames, where they're just other names.
Ugh.
Oh, you thought my name was Mike. You were wrong.
Dude, you laughed. That's what it's like going to the Caribbean. It's fucking miserable.
You're wrong.
I have an Auntie Alana, Auntie Susan, whose name is actually Alana.
Okay, this is on recording. Remember that.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I know.
All right.
I know. I'm aware.
Okay.
Like, it's not a hidden thing. She just has two names.
Yep. Just make sure.
My grandmother wrote one name on half the birth certificates of her kids and one name on the other half. Only one was legally binding. Regardless.
Anyway.
Flip a coin, flip a birth certificate.
You laugh, but that
Stop.
was such a nightmare.
Enough.
So, for now we'll go with Robert. Because I don't remember. And you can give the name to the Duke if you'd like, and he can gather him pretty quickly.
Well, just a thing to Issa. Just like, would he be a good fit, or...
Yeah, he's a bit of a chuckle nut, but he's a pretty good guy.
Chuckle nut.
Good for morale, leads pretty well. The Duke trusts him.
Yep. send him and ask, and if he wants to.
It's passed on, and within 20 minutes, Issa's down there. Most of the people who are part of this process have been gathered into the hall and kind of taken to their own separate interview room and their own separate line. You can see them coming out pretty quickly, and most of the people going in have some kind of weird, like, obvious strangeness to them.
Oh, jolly good.
Like, this is like the side character to an anime audition, basically.
Oh.
Yeah.
Where, like, no one has normal colored hair for the most part. Most everyone has armor and at least a weapon or two.
Are we about to be the island of misfit villagers?
Basically, yes. And over the course of the rest of the day, it can be taken care of while you guys go about your business. So, with that, once that's kind of begun and organized, the Duke kind of turns to the rest of you and goes, "So, is that the only business you bring, or are there larger plans for today?"
I believe that's the only business we bring. I think that we're just here in that case until that business is concluded.
All right. Well, Miss Lady Rosalind, if you would like to sit court with me and lend me a hand, I'd appreciate it. It's been a while since you've done so, but
I would gladly do so, but before then, so Thorn got into something a little bit magical.
don't you folks always? And fine, Devin, we can change it from Robert to Frederick.
I'm okay with that.
Ashta's guard friend is now named Frederick.
How's it spelled?
Exactly like you'd expect.
With the E?
Yes.
Exactly how I would expect.
Is that not the normal spelling?
No,
It is.
yep. Conrad, you've got it right in there. Devin's just messing around in the other chat.
That's the Canadian translation.
And Rosalind's gonna very quickly just show off her familiar to her dad. Like, look what I have!
Oh, with the, oh, okay.
Young
And
red dragon appearance.
Yep. And he just kind of,
Poof.
like, everyone in the hall just kind of, like, record breaks for a second.
That's still a very strange sight for you to
Don't-
pull a red dragon.
Don't worry.
And that, by the way, that line full of anime side characters, all immediately, like, bristle, and it's like, no, relax.
Yeah, like Purvis turns around. Wait.
Like, at that point, Issa walks out and goes, "Hey! The fuck did I say we're taking our weapons?" And everyone just kind of, like, sheathes them as she walks back inside.
If there's any of them that are still kind of looking at, she gives them an eye.
Rosalind's just
Yeah,
standing.
there's one or two, but they give you an eye back, Ashta.
Just standing right next to Thorn, just kind of stroking, petting, scritching the top and back of his head.
Yep, and you see your dad kind of, like, put his head in his hands for a second and just... I work so hard to raise a child who is graceful, and I've done a great job, and kind, and I've done a great job, and intelligent, and so many other things. And now, she comes in with a red dragon as a pet.
I'm sure you're very proud.
I am, but also, do you know how hard it is to convince the people who live here you're not already a witch?
Oh?
Not in a bad way, but most of them are convinced that you dabble in some kind of strange magic, and I think they are correct.
Ah.
It looks like most of that line does as well. What's your point?
Yes, most of them are new.
Hmm. So the old people.
The old people.
Yes, they're often the problem.
These damn kids with their magical spellcasting.
What do they call that generation?
People.
Oh no.
The Blasters generation?
Oh no.
Yeah.
I'm ready for it.
Okay,
Oh,
Blaster.
God.
The Sonics.
Alright, Blasters.
If he's
10-4
going to be
dinosaur.
a distraction, he can just wait in the pocket dimension.
That's your choice. Just
How long
please
does
not
that keep
while we're
going,
running
by
court.
the way?
Yeah, how long is
The
he
form?
still
I
gonna be a
don't
pet
know.
dragon?
This is
Is
new.
he still untested?
Thorn, do you
Yes.
know?
Thorn didn't know.
Well, yeah, I do. And the Duke jumps once more.
That
Oh, right.
was a
All
side effect.
right, it's just a talking dragon. It's nothing. Calm down.
The talking young red dragon.
Talking dragon. Calm down.
You see that
You
shit
hear
every
that?
day.
You hear from the line someone go, "That dragon's too young to talk," and someone goes, "Shut up."
Shut up. Shut up, smartass.
Dan, you sound too stupid to talk. By the way, we're your new bosses if you plan on joining.
Fuck you. All right. Need anything done? People are just yelling at you at this point.
Astra points the one that said "fuck you" out to Issa.
Yep. Issa just steps back out and goes, "Hey."
I'm
And he
gonna,
goes, "Fuck
I'm gonna
you
feign
too.
over
I'm
to
the best
Ashta.
asset you have."
I'm gonna feign over to Ashta. Do you want me to throw up a grenade so you can shoot it so you can scare them off?
How about no?
No.
At this point, the Duke raises his kind of like the scepter he kind of keeps by and slams into the ground. You feel like a shockwave of energy goes through each of you, and for a moment, none of you can talk. And then it passes. It's quiet once more, and he goes, "Thank
Interesting.
you."
Interesting.
Thorn,
Issa gave me a little item there, Rosalind.
it's very
Yeah,
useful.
Fervis starts writing a couple notes about that.
Yep. Go ahead and roll an Arcana check.
Yeah, roll an Arcana check for it.
Yeah.
In the
Okay.
meantime, I'm gonna just check in with Thorn and
Give me a
then
sec
put him
here.
back in the pocket dimension, just in the background.
Not on self. All right, cool. Oh damn, that's a natural one.
Okay.
Says
You
that-
Still
could
a
use
12
Feign.
though.
You could use Feign to reroll that if you'd
I
like.
could-
Up to you.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yep. Just mark off the
28.
There we go. Okay. And yeah, Thorn goes away without much issue, but he does tell you that the transformation lasts up to 8 hours. But he basically has 8 hours a week that he can use.
Mm.
So he just has been told not to. So he's just remained in that form until that for now. Fergus. It's weird. It wasn't a silence spell. It wasn't stopping you guys from hearing anything. But instead it stopped the beginning of sound in the first place from coming off the tongue and vocal cord. Didn't affect
Uh-huh.
the muscles. Almost like it affected the vibrations of the air. It's very interesting in how it does so, because it's very non-invasive and doesn't require any kind of effect on someone else.
Huh. Huh. Interesting. Just sort
You
of,
can come up, yeah, you can come up with a few ideas for that, like a subsonic bomb, like stuff like that.
yeah, interesting. Just like thinking of like, okay, what kind of materials, what kind of reagents would be required? Okay, yeah, that sounds good.
Actually, with that roll, you'd probably imagine it requires something that's to do with either vibration or air,
Air.
as like almost like a force or element.
Hmm.
So as he kind of looks back to you and says,
That's gonna be an interesting catalyst to look for.
anyways,
Don't hurt yourself
Um,
thinking there was good.
Sorry, I just found the staff interesting. Had
Yeah,
a couple ideas.
you had the look on your face. Want to make sure you weren't overdoing it like the first time.
No, it's okay. I'm not the one that
Think of it.
created the acid that melted through everything.
Slow blink.
You can thank
you
your-
see just for a second, the Duke just like, moving on. Sorry, Rosalind, what was it that you had asked of me other than to see your pet dragon?
I'd ask. No, that's already done. Thorn is put away. And now she's willing
Okay.
to like sit down and help her dad with things. She'll tell the party, this is going to take a while. You don't have to stick around for this. You'll probably get very bored. If you could just maybe show Fervis around. Look
We'll wait
around.
for you to go check in on
Sam's here.
Sam's here. I was like,
hands under.
Sam's the seer.
stop.
Sam's the seer. Sam's here.
Yeah,
Uh,
it was actually originally in my notes, Sam the Seer, but not
Oh.
shortened.
Sam's
Thank
here.
goodness.
Just truncated it.
Well, it made sense.
Conrad, I am happy to say some of your names are awful.
I changed it to Samsir.
I will take a 2-syllable 40-letter Ariel name any day over Joe.
Hey, this is what it was originally.
Fuck you.
Mike the Fallen,
you.
Sam Desir.
Fuck you.
Samsir works way better.
Yeah, that looks like an actual fantasy
looks
name, so
nicer.
thank you.
God.
Okay, Desir could be your fantasy last name.
Yeah, thank you. Like, it makes like a bit of sense, but also it was terrible. Like, I'm not naming that character that. Mike the Fallen was just meant to be like not noticed for a while. That's why I made him Mike.
Sam Desir.
Damn.
Behold, the almighty war king, Randy.
Jim.
There-
Jim the
there-
Knight.
To be fair, names become regular when powerful people have them. Therefore, it would make sense if that's how that ends up.
Still sounds goofy on our ends, though.
13's name is just Joe. 13's actual name is just Joe.
That would be hilarious. Hey, the Duke's name is Duke, okay?
No, you gave me a name for him, I just don't know where it is anymore.
I know.
Duke Solitaire.
You're so terrible.
Moving on.
Dog's name is Duke. Anyways.
So,
Um,
you guys
Ash,
can head to where you wish.
Ash will just give a quick go around of like Anther for Vervis.
Grand Tour.
Not a
Can you
grand
say
tour,
something?
but just like here's this, here's the alchemy place you probably like.
Ooh.
Finger pointy tour.
Anyways, you join them, I assume, right?
Yeah.
I will say, you guys do stop in front of an alchemy shop. Like, there is a new alchemy shop if you guys want to go in.
Huh.
Who was that?
Like, just consider who the party currently there is. Like, I'm
Yeah.
just saying, if you guys want to go in, I have notes ready for it.
And you just
Cool.
Yeah, Ash just starts just like, oh, that one's new.
That one looks fun. Maybe one of the
Oh.
peduncle people opened up shop here.
Sure. I mean, of course, yeah. Considering my general disposition, and he like start walking towards the alchemy shop.
Don't do any bad backflips there, kid. Walked
Oh.
in with them.
Yep.
So as you guys head in, let me just find my notes for the name. I know I should have had this before. I apologize.
That's okay.
And it's okay.
The shopkeeper's name is Al Chemi.
Fuck.
That would be hilarious.
Stop.
Just no.
Stop.
Yes, it would be, and you can't convince me otherwise.
Stop.
Alright, so as you guys enter, the shop's name is Mulai's Tinctures. M-U-L-I.
Mulai?
Yes, M-U-L-I. The entire thing is made of this, like, reinforced iron. And everything about this place just screams rust. But coming inside, there isn't a speck of rust anywhere to be seen. There are scorch marks across the wall, acid marks on the ground, and everything you'd expect from an alchemist shop. But stepping in, it's just owned by an old dwarf. And looking around, you can see a rack of potions behind her. Every single one seems to have something moving inside of it.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I was expecting an incessantly dishonest minotaur.
Huh. Why is that?
Yeah.
Out of character, but moo liar.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Mm.
Ah.
So, as you guys step in, she kind of looks up to you and says, "Ah, hello! You folks come in looking for ingredients, for potions?"
There's a hand that goes on the Ferris's head. And just like push forward.
So you reach
Ingredients?
up to put a hand on his head.
How tall is he?
He's like an inch taller than you.
Alright, back of the
5'7".
middle of the back, push forward.
Yes, you're still the shortest Ash. As well as Ralston.
He just like sees him going for the head and just puts their hands on his head and just.
He wouldn't have.
He wouldn't
Okay.
have.
Okay.
Fair enough. So, you kind of push forward, Fergus, and looking around, this place has ingredients you have never seen. And a lot of them, too.
Wow.
She kind of like sees the
Okay.
gleam in your eye and goes,
Can it
"You
just...
look like quite the smart young lad."
Yeah. So you could say that.
You have interest in alchemy, I hope? You were pushed ahead there.
Yes.
What's your level of experience?
Well, and he'll throw together a yeah, he'll throw together just like a quick, just give him a minute and he'll throw together a potion of healing.
And she looks at it and goes, "My, wait, can I see that?"
For 24 hours, but
Ah, so short-term potions you craft. Almost like an instant noodle version of potion. That's brilliant.
I'm sorry, are instant noodles a thing in this world?
Pop Tarts are.
You know what? Fair.
Yeah, but also, like, dried noodles as a ration? Yeah. It's been a thing for a long time. It wasn't, like, packaged with flavors, but, like, dried food and noodles just need to be rehydrated, I think.
yeah.
Also, like, food is very plentiful, so
Yeah.
having not confectioneries and stuff like that easy to access is.
Yeah.
But she looks and goes, quite skilled, I would assume. I have some things you may have interest in, but I don't know if I have anything I could potentially teach you other than just show you what I have around.
That's good enough for me.
You looking for ingredients for potions? What's your preference?
Ingredients, new reagents for certain things, but yeah.
I'll have you know most of mine come from animals or creatures that were once animals, and using their naturally magical pieces to infuse potion bases with their abilities. So a lot of what I have is based around that idea. Do you want to look for speed, for injury, for power?
Let's see here.
You can
Player
just
is
roll a D100 if you'd
looking at.
like.
Yeah, he'll just roll a D100. 61.
61. Okay. As you kind of discussed for a little while, she shows you what looks to be. It looks like a leopard's, but it has 12 toes. And she shows it to you and says, this is a form of cloud leopard, which is known to actually, or rumored to actually be able to fly for short periods of time. You can use this for the sake of creating potions of flight, reduced weight, increased speed, along
use
something like
that,
that, as
actually,
well as
yeah.
camouflage in the air.
Increase speed.
Increased speed.
Ash just kind of like looking over the shoulder.
And she looks at you and goes, I see you have interest as well. Yes, increased speed. I've heard before of people using things to create a spell that makes you not just faster, but more efficient, basically haste, in a given amount of time, although it does leave some fatigue side effects. I've heard of it. It's quite difficult to do, but with the young one's skill here, I'm sure he's capable.
Yeah, I'm sure I can give it a shot.
If you'd like, it's a mere 50 gold pieces for the foot.
Deal. And yeah, if you could just write it down because you're a bit robot-y for me, so it's just like.
Yep. I know it's not how you spell leopard, but like
Cloud leopard.
It's a leopard.
Leopard.
Okay. Leopard. Leopard.
Leopard.
Louise, are you looking around as well?
Yeah, just like slowly just seeing shit in their bottles.
Go for it. You looking at the potions or are you looking at the ingredient?
Potions.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a D10.
Do what?
D10.
Okay.
D10.
What?
So, you look at a potion that seems to have, which roll either an alchemy or a animal handling for me.
Alchemy or animal handling?
That's an interesting one.
I don't have
Or
an
nature.
alpha.
Alchemy is
I can
just
do nature.
raw intelligence. Yeah.
Nature.
Nature, yeah.
26.
26.
Okay.
She bangs.
Yes,
So
she does.
So looking at the potion, it seems to have the tongue of a fire newt inside of it, and it is labeled potion of
Potion of what?
fire breath.
Oh.
We're just gonna look back
Oh,
and
not
just...
again.
Is the fire breath the one that, like, is quick or the one that stays forever?
You guys know someone who can make a permanent fire breath
Permanent?
potion?
Oh, jeez.
Permanent fiber potion?
It
Oh,
was an accidental thing. I think she
Most
forgets she
potions
can
are,
do
but
it.
do they know
but-
the recipe?
Yeah, he
I
pulls
don't know
out
if the person's alive. Wait, they are. I don't know what city they're in. What city was that bitch in?
Peduncle.
Yeah, like Purvis.
No, but where'd he end up going? Because we ran into him
Lentiel.
afterwards. 'cause-
I think it was
Yeah.
Lentiel.
Oh.
Okay, I think it's
Yeah,
Lentiel.
like Fervis writes down infinite fire breath potion? Question mark? Question mark? Question mark?
It was really expensive, and
it's on Esther
yeah.
right now.
yeah, I think it was a guy in Lentiel right now who made it. He lived in Peduncle, but now he's in Lentiel.
He made it on accident.
Yeah.
He didn't know if it
Sometimes
was.
well.
Innovations are made by accident.
Oh, hold on. Was it that grimy gnome?
Yep,
Yes.
it was a no.
Yes,
Oh,
That bastard.
I see you
Okay,
have
that
this
makes
way.
sense. Yes,
he
we,
steal
we
it
had
off you.
No, but we had competing shops.
Oh.
You're from
Well-
Dunkel as well, then?
Yes. Did what I had to do when I ran. So,
I'm
yeah,
surprised you
folks here were
managed
kind
to
enough to
save
keep me.
At least your competition's gone.
For now. I'm sure more will come up.
Well, I had a great time here, so you might yourself possibly repeat patron.
I'll be glad to hear of the exploits one talented as yourself can do.
There's quick vein over to Purvis as well. Esther's Fane might be able to discern what ingredients went into it. Maybe. Who knows?
That might be worth looking into.
Anyways, Ash is gonna give a glance around. He's more of curiosity and like being a bit on
Water
edge.
100.
Yeah, he's looking for anything that is like looking at him. Like anything that's like anything that's not just like a severed, like anything that's not, but not exactly that it's like like an eyeball out of the skull or like a severed arm or something. He's looking for anything that's like watching him.
Roll a d20.
Like he's just curious if there's anything like alive sitting in like a jar of formaldehyde or something. 6.
You see what looks to be like a couple scorpions that have 6 tails each, staring at you from inside a few very, very heavily covered, very heavily locked cages.
He looks over. So what's with the scorpions
They're venomous.
and the 6 tails?
They have 6 tails.
Isn't that a bit excessive?
That's 6 times the venom.
Yeah, 6 times the venom. Not, they don't need to be as accurate, and they're far more intimidating that way.
It works.
They're specifically bred for that purpose, if you're curious.
You just gotta
Basically,
shrug.
if you need to milk venom, and their venom in particular is a good catalyst for a lot of healing potions, it's useful to have multiple tails and multiple sacs to draw the venom from.
He looks over to Fervis. Scorpions are a thing in the desert, right? You used to these kind of guys?
Yeah, I've used them for various poisons and stuff.
Actually, maybe we should. Although, Esther, I don't know.
I don't think Esther would be really happy if we bring a scorpion.
Yes, but wasn't the inciting thing now remedied?
Does it?
Yeah, but it can be de-remedied.
I'm
Good
sure we
point.
can contain it, right?
No!
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
Esther would have a panic attack.
We can hide it in my lab, right?
That's
about-
not a good idea.
Yeah, you're not hiding anything in your lab, kid.
Okay, that sounds good. I can make-
We're not bringing the scorpion here. She just got the kid back.
In fact, you're keeping a full inventory of everything in your lab, and if anything goes missing without you knowing, we're it out.
No problem.
Sign in and sign up sheets at the door.
I already keep a mental inventory anyway. It's okay.
Mental's fine. You know what? No, anyone else?
He gives you like a look. It's like the hyperintelligence has given me a photographic memory.
I think that's a feat.
Yeah, probably.
What's the most colorful thing in the shop, Conrad?
The most colorful thing in the shop? Oh boy. So as you look across the shop,
You're
you
gonna have
see
a field day
something.
with that one.
There is something that looks like it is made of pure bismuth.
Oh.
That's rainbow.
Boy.
Yeah.
Or bismuth.
Everyone, I assume, knows what bismuth is?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen Stevie before.
I haven't, so.
Fucking hilarious.
Who's
I like to
thinking
be
it?
funny sometimes. I like
Devin, do you know bismuth?
Yes, I said yes.
Oh, I didn't hear you, sorry. So yeah, it looks like it's made of pure bismuth. It's this strange... Not vial. It's larger than that. It's almost like a...
Tupperware
water skin.
container.
It's like
Not quite.
gay.
Basically. It's basically like a water skin that seems to be made of this very tightly linked, like, metal bismuth.
What's that one? He was just like going up to it. Eyes are just wide.
That is the, container of, well, alchemy.
Well,
Pure bismuth, I assume.
that's very not explain.
If it was pure bismuth, would it be very good of a container?
Of sorts. Here, pass it over, dear.
Just like gently picking it up.
Also, that shit's pointy.
It's pointy and it's heavy. Like, it is still metal.
Louise cannot pick it up.
It's like 15 pounds. It's not crazy,
It's like
but
the
it's heavy.
ultimate Lego you don't want to step on.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
And you hand it to her.
Friends will pick it up and hand it.
And as you hand it to her, does anyone here speak Dwarvish?
No, but I have tongues. Do I have tongues? I do.
Common primordial ignorance celestial.
Call Rosalind. Ring, ring,
Well,
Fane.
she's-
Well, we'll see what's said exactly,
Yep.
if anything.
So
Yeah.
you
it
hear
is
the
just
dwarf
probably
say,
Boop.
go ahead. Okay. So you see the
Yeah,
dwarf
I'll
speak
feign
a few
Rosalind.
command words. Okay.
Yeah.
So you hear the
Yeah,
dwarf speak a few command words, things like water, oil, and the container fills, and when they say something else, the liquid inside just changes. But as well, they take one of their potions and they pour it in, and they go growth. And you see the potion that was previously filled maybe a third of the jug, or sorry, of the water skin, fills completely.
How long does that last?
Until you drink it.
Oh.
How much is it?
This one in particular is about 2,500 gold pieces.
Wait, so how'd you not just have infinite stock with that thing?
Watch. As she pours it out of the container into another container, as soon as it hits the other container, the first 2/3 just evaporate.
There it is.
You can consume it, but you cannot pour it. And also, if you have something in there, to add something new, you must empty the first.
Can it be applied to something if it's poured out?
Only drunk.
So if there was
As soon
something...
as soon as it leaves the container without a seal between the air and it evaporates.
What if you put it in your mouth and then spit it out into something?
It would evaporate once it hit the air.
So pouring an anti-petrification potion on someone, for example, wouldn't work.
Correct. Now, if it was a paralysis vaccine, that would work.
If you put it to their mouth and hope they didn't choke on it.
As long as they're an organic being still, it will work.
Oh,
I
okay.
can't
So,
promise how good the sinuses will take it,
but you can't pour it on someone.
you can't pour it on someone. Contact with the air is what evaporates.
Okay. Still
You
though,
could, I guess,
and
theoretically stick it in someone's ear and pour it in there, but I don't think that.
what was the price tag on that?
2,500.
2,500 gold pieces.
Group,
It
even though it's aren't here.
doesn't seem as helpful as it.
I feel okay because here's the thing. I feel like I feel like it could be extremely useful for like very fringe cases.
Yeah.
So, for example, let's say we come across that permanent fire-breathing potion again, or something like it, and we
That's all I
suddenly
would
can
do
put it
that.
on 3 people instead of 1 person.
What if we drink 1 dose of it, then say growth again, and it fills up again?
Can you do infinite potions on that, or
You can only ask it to grow once every 3 days, but you could do the same one, yes.
there's like a pop out and it's like, so you're giving us it on recharge?
Currently, yes. You asked what it did. Frankly, I didn't expect you guys to have the money to buy it, honestly. Most of the time I just show this off and people are like, oh, cool, and move on.
Yeah. But yeah, again, out of character. I feel like in those very fringe cases, this could be excessively useful.
That wouldn't even be a quarter of our platinum.
We don't want to use up a quarter of our platinum if we can.
Exactly.
Okay, because we have like other stuff too. We kind of need to sell, like one Aquarius. No, I'm kidding.
We're not. No.
Yeah, off the.
Gone for 1 day.
Just go for 1 day, and we have a lot of the dragon.
Look, you have a kid now. It's fine.
You're just like gonna like look up and just be like, so, do you use dragon pieces in anything?
What?
Oh, yes, they're a very valuable resource.
So, how much of a dragon would you need for a bit of a discount?
How good quality is it?
Very cleanly salvaged. There's about, let's say 80%
How
of
old
it.
is it?
Hmm.
How recently was it killed,
Yeah,
or
when
how
did we
old is the
kill
dragon?
How recently was it killed?
Oh, when did we kill that?
A month ago.
Like,
Well,
yeah,
That was
which
like,
before
one?
that was a month ago. Month.
The more soft bits, I'll say you can keep. But if there's teeth, bones, and scales, I'm sure I could find use.
Guys, that head is nasty. How much of a
Yeah.
percentage?
make a cool
80
skull though.
How much of a no? Well, let's not sell the skull. It's like we can sell the entire body as like a skeleton, like a cadaver.
It's
How
still like old.
It's a skeleton. It's bones. Whatever. How much would you pay if we gave you the entire skeleton of an adult brass dragon, not including skull?
Quite a bit. You say an adult?
Yes.
I could give that to about 17, 15 gold pieces. Bones aren't the
Looking at
most
us.
useful part, but they're good strengtheners.
Did we just looking at Asha?
I mean, it certainly helps subsidize the alchemy thing.
Well, we also have something marked that's literally sell to enchanter or use. What about like if so skeleton 1750? Pretty.
What about a large amount of crushed red dragon scales?
Yeah. Let's
Oh,
say
those could be interesting.
30 pounds?
Well, that's a pretty good amount. I could probably a combination of the two. If you guys want the alchemy container, you can take it.
Guys.
Guys?
Guys.
Guys.
You want the
What?
alchemy container?
Yeah.
What do we...
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
So how much of a percentage is a skeleton of a dragon?
That was about 50% of it.
Okay. So we're
Like,
done.
frankly, that brass dragon didn't have a lot of flesh left.
Nasty. So it's
And a lot
easy
of
to
the
like
stuff he used before
lick
was
it all off.
exterior stuff. Yeah.
Okay, it's easy to all lick it all off the bone.
Yeah, it's kind of like a...
Do you have a
what's it called? Kind of, you ever, like, this is gonna be gross. You ever, like, sneeze into your hand?
Yeah!
It's like wiping it off.
Ash just kind of like grimaces a lot. That got
Anyways,
put
is
into
just
his
doing
mind.
it.
And just, do you have a place we can put stuff out?
Put stuff out?
Like,
The bones, we gotta
like
strip
assemble
off.
this thing we're giving you?
Yeah.
I have a workshop if you'd like, and she, like, snaps her fingers, and you see one of the walls just kind of shimmers for a second, and then opens up into, like, a small office.
Oh,
Or,
neat.
not office,
That works.
laboratory.
Is the wall just not? Is the wall actually not there, or is it a whole different area?
That wall on the outside is exactly where it looks like, but that wall is also a small gateway
All right.
into my own little laboratory.
Where's your little laboratory located? As he's kind of walking in.
About 1,000 feet underground.
Huh. Neat. How'd you get down there?
I'm a dwarf. I
He
chew.
shrugs. All right. And he will start producing the dragon bones and pour out a sack full of 30 pounds of crushed red dragon scales.
Yep, but she takes a look at it and kind of takes her pick of the better of them. You can see some has been ground to a much finer quality, and she takes the finer stuff as opposed to the coarse stuff. Because the coarse stuff has use, but in this case, the fine stuff is what I need.
Right. And should we just remove adult brass dragon corpse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe like
Yeah.
turn head into skull and we can just display it somewhere.
All right.
Yeah,
You can make a little trophy room up in the castle.
Hey,
Yeah.
there we go. All right. And he'll just the sack over beside it.
yep. And she takes it and hands you guys the bismuth alchemy jug.
Nice.
Which, again, please write down the description. Basically can turn one potion into 3 uses of it, once every 3 days. Must be
Actually,
emptied before it can be refilled. Also functions as a standard alchemy jug.
Actually, kind of like sighs and like hands it over to Ferris and is like, so I guess I lied about things not continuing the upwards trend.
That's just really cool though. It's colorful.
Yeah.
So should I write that down? I'm actually just giving it to Fervis. Should Fervis be writing that down?
Sure. Alchemy jug?
Yep, bismuth alchemy jug. Again, can be used once every 3 days to multiply a potion basically by 3.
Nice.
Potion must be drank to be used, cannot be poured out or anything else. Also functions as a standard alchemy jug from the Roll20. I think it's the Roll20.
Oh.
So we can still get a thing full of mayonnaise.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Can I run to the washroom real quick?
Yeah, go for it. We'll take a quick 5-minute break.
All right. Thank you. Be right back.
I'll give you a quick write-up there, John. Just in the chat.
Yeah.
I'll mute while I do so because I type very loud.
It's very fair. See, I know Edwise is going to show Ash the prismatic spray at the end of the day. God, I hope I don't turn into stone.
Oof.
Yeah.
Or blind him. So, precautions need to be taken for number 7. It's like if he fails, he's blinded, and then he can make the wisdom saves. But if he fails, he also gets bamfed to another plane.
I mean, it's temporary, right?
No.
Oh no.
Wait.
Yeah, prismatic sphere
Yeah,
is a
no.
bullshit spell.
Level 7 spell. No.
Okay, aim it at a target. Not
Uh,
Ashton, please.
See, yeah, that's a very good idea. Cause is it random? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not something you swing at your friends.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
What I miss?
We don't
We're just
hit
plotting your
friends with
demise.
prismatic spray.
Mm.
I don't want to bamf you to another plane or turn you to stone. Those are the only two I'm worried about.
Wait, for hitting me with it?
Yeah, because it's random. If Idris was originally planning on hitting you with it, and then I read the spell.
Hmm.
Dude, what if it's like number 8 though? So you roll 2, and it's the roll so you turn to stone, and he fails 3 times, and go to another. That'd be whack.
He'd be mad. That's a good trust building exercise. I'm gonna turn you into a statue and throw you into the pandemonium.
No, usually it's ethereal or astral, so you could go back and beat up some boat people.
As a statue.
Bold people.
You can hang out with some boat people.
Got abs of steel. Stone.
Steel. Steel basketballs.
Steel basketball. I'm so mad at me never to say that one.
That's really sad.
Alright. So, everyone returned?
God, I
Yeah.
hope so.
Yeah,
Vibe.
I've been here.
So, you guys want to do anything else in the alchemy?
I think we're mostly good.
Yeah.
Yep, all good.
Yep. Fervus is no potion ingredients you're looking for at the moment. I will take that as a no.
First check 1, 2.
I think we're good.
Okay.
He'll probably like circle back at some point if he needs anything.
Okay, just keep note of it. And if there's something you'd like to, like, a specific kind of potion you'd like to make, just send me a message about it. I'll let you know what the price was and all that.
Yeah.
Ash will head back to the, where the Duke and Rosalind are. If, like, he'll just, like, you guys can come with me if you want. You can head up back to the castle if you're going to be staying here. Luis, you should at least stay with Fervus since you at least know, like, air quotes knows, on the know, where everything is.
Well, Fervus is going back up, and I don't need to go with him. I want to go buy a bottle of wine for Sam's here because I feel like I'm always giving them wine at this point.
You know, like, scratch the back of his head and it's like,
It's probably
be the first time you
going
met
around. I'm not
Sam's
gonna
here.
go up immediately.
I've met Sam's here.
Yeah.
You guys met Sam's here.
Then
Yeah, you guys all have.
We've all met Sam's here.
Yeah,
Except for Fervus.
and he said to Eloise, this is the first time you'd be meeting Sam's here.
Sam, they'll understand.
who now?
Are you sure them of all people are going to not
Yes,
catch on
fair
to the difference?
Then I'll explain it to him. Minorly, not with all the details.
Just wondering if there's going to be a story we're going with here or not for ease of explanation.
Story. Quarter souls. Whoopsies.
Alright.
That's it.
Alright, so first you're heading back up?
No, he's gonna stay with the party.
Well, then Ashley goes, I'm heading
part?
back to the Duke. Eloise is going to buy a bottle of wine. Who do you want to go with?
I'll go with Earlease, I guess. I'm not sure.
You will have to buy wine?
Wine's alchemy, right?
It's a very slow poison.
It's fermented
I mean,
grape.
yeah.
There's like a blanket. It's just like, yeah, and he walks off.
Okay, see you in like a few minutes. Bye.
Alright. So you guys easily enough go find a booze shop, the ye old
Yeah.
LCBO.
Ye Lickbo.
Ye
Stop.
Lickbo.
I hate that.
No, don't lick Bo.
Oh no!
I'd sooner kick his teeth in.
Okay.
That's
The
Kai's
ale shop.
Ale shop.
ALCBO. Sorry.
Oh, that's pretty good, ALCBO. So yeah, you guys do so. How good of a bottle of wine and how large of a bottle of wine are you guys buying?
Your
Fairly?
$8 bottle of wine.
I was like, your $8 bottle of wine, please. No. Probably like a bigger-ish bottle, and not like super duper nice, but like.
In a box.
Is there boxed wine? Do they have boxed wine there?
Probably
Is there-
not.
Point to having different prices to
That's a
wine. It's
shame.
all
They
fermented
have wine
grapes, isn't it?
inside of like basically what's effectively like a tree root.
Yeah, like Frevis will like lean over to Earlewis. Like, there are points of having like different priced wines and stuff. It's all fermented grapes, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all stupid fermented grapes and more stuff.
More stuff.
It was like, it's gonna be a pretty good, pretty like biggish bottle of wine. Not like, in like that. It's like the 75% good range. 65-75% good.
Good.
Yeah,
Painfully
so you-
pretty okay.
Yeah, so you guys find like a bottle of wine that's basically like not like it's not Smirnoff,
That's
but it's
not
nothing
wine.
great. It's,
That's
like, it's
not
like Grey
wine.
Goose.
That's not wine.
either.
Grey Goose. Is,
Apothic red.
It's
We'll say.
vodka.
We'll say.
yeah, no, I know it's vodka. I'm talking about like in terms of quality.
We'll talk.
Okay.
I don't know wines.
We'll say it's like Apothic red or something.
It's
Sure.
It's like Apothic Red Grey Goose. It's quality
I don't
Grey
drink-
Goose,
guys.
not.
I don't drink alcohol much, guys.
Okay, how much?
We
is-
know.
So it's gonna be about 25 gold pieces.
That's. What's like the best bottle of wine they have at that store?
220 gold pieces.
Hmm. How big is
That
it?
seemed
Oh
big.
no.
It's pretty huge.
Silence
Probably like a
You know
liter
those
and a
like
half.
giant champagne bottles?
Yeah, basically, it's like a liter and a half. It's made of like
Oh.
a series, like half of it is twisted roots, and
Keep
between
talking.
each root is like the
talking.
like crystals from the crystal bog.
Uh-huh. I just took 220 gold off my sheet.
Cool. You get a bottle of what's called glass wine.
Okay.
This feels like an unavoidable situation because I'm like, oh, if only Astro was there to speak some sense. But no, he wouldn't be anywhere near the place.
Exactly.
Not possible.
You also wouldn't be able to speak any sense into Idris at this moment. Idris goes, oh, let's do something nice.
This is for Sam's here, right?
Yes. So, oh no. What GIF did you just send there, John?
That's it. That's the bottle.
That's a huge bottle. Good lord.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about when I said giant champagne bottle.
Well, that's also
fuck.
just a very unfortunate situation. Christ.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's just Sam's here opening the wine. But oh fuck.
Yep.
Jesus. Okay. So as you guys buy the bottle of wine, it's not quite that big, but it's pretty sizable. It's
Oh,
got
that's
some
like the
heft.
equivalent of like a $2,000 bottle of wine.
Yes, that is correct.
I forgot how much gold.
Yes.
You just bought the top shelf wine when we could have easily just bought their $8 bottle of wine, and that's
No,
still
this is for-
serviceable.
This
When
is
you
for
live in a
Sam.
society of druidic magic who can grow things at any season, wine gets expensive, y'all.
Sam Sear has been here since the beginning of the campaign.
I don't
Yes.
understand.
Good thing
just like
Sam
Spurs is just
Sear.
like I don't understand. You could have just gotten the cheap bottle of wine. It's the same
No,
thing.
no,
They're all fermented
Sam,
grapes.
Sam Sear has been here from the beginning. We give Sam Sear good things.
Oh,
Sam Sear deserves everything.
Oh god.
Sam Sear deserves everything because they've put up with us the longest, except Rosalind's dad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the
Yeah.
Archdruid turned into a fucking bomb.
Yeah, also that.
Friendly neighborhood nuclear warhead.
Oh.
So, as you guys get to the longhouse once more, Rosalind,
Mhm.
go ahead and roll 2 charisma checks of your choice in terms of how you would like to uh, perform in court.
Probably persuasion.
Deception.
I don't have deception is not that good. Persuasion is the best and intimidation is the best, but she's not there being intimidating unless it's in that very quiet, like.
Oh, yeah, they can be
oh,
2
no,
of the
she's
same.
too
Just,
legal.
threatening, yeah.
You know what?
they can
I'll
be 2 of
do-
the same, just 2 of an
I'll do one of each: intimidation and persuasion.
Oh.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, nope. I'm not having a
Nope,
good day.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I don't see the rules yet.
11
11
intimidation
and
and
13.
13 persuasion. I rolled a 1 and a 3.
Okay.
You're being very bad at being vaguely threatening, and also you're not being persuasive because
Honestly,
of it.
honestly, I am doing about average for the average person. I'm doing
Okay.
better than
Yeah.
average for the average person, if you think of it that way.
Look here, mister.
Look here, Mister.
So, as you
Make
perform in court,
threatening.
it's been a while.
She's rusty.
Been a while.
Yeah.
Gotta get the ring rust
oh-
off.
Yeah, you end up getting caught up on yourself on a lot of etiquette that you're supposed to be doing. And when you miss it, like going back to correct it instead of just moving on past it because most people wouldn't notice it.
You're like, oh crap.
It's not awful. You are given mostly the smaller situation in the first place, so it's not huge an issue. But you can tell that you didn't take quite the workload off the Duke that you were hoping to. That being said, it does go by faster. You being able to handle the small stuff is more than sufficient for a lot of the issues that are just people coming in to complain and seeing what can be done. When you say nothing can be done, they argue for 2 minutes and go fine, whatever, and move on. So it does help. As the kind of sun begins to set, and you see the rest of the party waiting in the I almost said the gallows, the wings.
Gallows.
One of which, Eloise, holding a very fancy bottle of wine that you know to be a very expensive bottle of wine.
Immediately look at
Yeah.
Ashta.
He like looks over. Like he would have been there before they got there.
Yeah.
He'd be seeing it at the same time she did.
Yeah.
Well, I'm assuming this is you guys will sitting there for a while waiting for it to finish.
Okay. Actually, if that's the case, could Astra have just done some insight on some of the people going up, potentially, and
Yeah,
just
go
given
ahead,
Fanes
General.
over?
Oh, yeah.
Give her a general insight check. Give her a perception check to see if you hear anything around it, too.
Right. And. Hoi!
Ooh.
There it is.
Hui.
So you give her, and through some trickiness with some of the guard, give her and the Duke of some tidbits that help with information that wasn't supposed to be revealed. Most of the time, it's used against the party in question, and to great effect. It's things like, okay, we're going to talk about this? No, we shouldn't talk about that. It's really not going to help our case. And then it gets brought up for
And
them.
then there's like this Cheshire Cat grin that Rosalind sees from across the way. And then
Yeah.
bringing Fane over.
And over time, it does help speed things along. And also helps just... It feels like more truth comes out. You get a bit more honest people as they realize that, okay, something's going on here, that this person is really good at telling lies. Or telling when someone's lying.
Oh no, people already think she's a witch. Now
Yep.
she's sitting there going, and were you going to mention this? And they're sitting there going,
Yep.
how does she know?
Okay, but I
Yep.
just want the moment where like one guy walks up and Astra's just like, this guy is so fucking full of shit. Don't listen to a goddamn thing he says.
Oh, there's a few of them. One, in fact, actually goes up to the Duke, and you hear him on his way up say something along the lines of, like, I wonder how long I can bullshit him, and if he actually figures out that, like, really I was going to burn down my farm and was collecting your insurance money just for the sake of running away up to the castle above. And the Duke is just like, so...
Astra thinks to himself, why the fuck would you say that even under your breath?
Basically, yeah.
What would you even imply
Your
that?
perception is just that good. For a second, you're pretty sure you heard him think that, rather than actually do it.
Wow.
Fainter going off record.
Yep.
Also, he still has that stone that's giving him better hearing, so that's even more so.
Yep. So with that, the day of court ends. The people who still remain in the line are told to come back tomorrow, basically. As the sun sets, and as is tradition, the Duke is released and releases you as well, Rosalind, from active participation. You've had a chance to snack on things as time goes by, and you've been brought food and water, and if you so desire, a bit of wine, to kind of let yourself handle the day. And you're feeling pretty good overall. Tired, but good. That being said, the party collects once more, and you have freedom of the castle. Or the longhouse.
As they finally get to it, I saw that bottle as soon as you did. I do. What?
For Sam's here.
I
It's a
don't
fair
understand
point.
either, but apparently it's important.
Ashton knows what that is, right? He's down enough of it.
He grew up in the north.
You would never have been able to afford some of this, dude.
Nobody would have been drooling at it.
Yes, you never actually had some. That stuff is fucking expensive.
Yeah, it just gives us like, okay, why though?
I'm
Sam's
not
here
sure.
deserves something nice.
Is
That's
it,
Yeah.
something
What?
nice is bringing them something.
And
That is excessive.
I feel like I'll make them happy with this.
I think the bottle is worth half the price.
Why is it so comically large?
To fit more alcohol.
Yeah. This
You
is-
realize we could just make wine with that new alchemy thing that Ferris has, right?
yeah, but there's no thought in that. And also that'd mean giving Sam Sear the thing.
He looks down at the bottle, and there was thought here.
Yeah.
All right, shall we go see Sam's here?
Yeah.
And you guys go to find her. You're directed, find them. You're directed towards basically the infirmary, where you find them leaned up against some pillows, half awake, kind of like reading a book to themselves. And when you knock on the door and enter, they go, "Ah, the Misfits return." With, oh my god,
Hi, Sam Sear.
Here
and she
you.
has like this wondrous half grin on her face, like, what is that?
It's for you.
We heard you metaphorically crash the cart into the side of the road by not sleeping.
I am an elf. I don't sleep.
He
Resting.
blinks.
You still need to rest.
I'm currently resting.
You weren't before.
Look, it only takes 2 or 3 days to recover from exhaustion.
Look, you're not gonna convince
Sam's here.
us.
Sam Sear, if you admit that you were exhausted, I'll give you all this wine.
I was exhausted.
Okay, here's the wine.
Thank you.
Esther puts a hand out like to the wine and overworked.
And overworked.
Why are you?
He's like looking like, you want the wine?
And overworked.
Why are you in Eladrin, Xenia?
Long story.
Don't
And
change the subject.
overworked.
And overworked. Would you like to share a glass?
puts
of
the
wine
hand
with me? Would anyone like to share a glass of it with me?
No.
I'll save it for later.
Maybe a tiny one at a point later, but this is for you now.
Alright, I'm gonna save it for something special, or at least when I'm a bit healthier.
Like the annual time you rest.
She just gives you this dirty look. They give you this dirty look of, I can disintegrate you, you know?
He again like tilts his head like, I mean, can't a lot of people.
Yes, but I'm accurate enough to disintegrate just your pants if I so desire.
You actually?
Yes.
And he's just like, yeah, I'm sure your aim would be better if you rested regularly, though.
There's a teeny tiny little from Rosalind in the corner, just a reminder, lady in the room, please. Don't.
They look over to you, it's like, sorry, Rosalind, he's aggravating.
And Rosalind is faintly pink.
Yep. She just looks like,
Try not to pants.
oh, come on,
the
you've
party
never
around
seen
her.
anyone without any... You've never seen a man without pants.
That's an odd question to ask a woman.
That's a little bit
Oh, you haven't?
Um,
Didn't, you guys don't
I
have a
am-
brother or anything.
I am not going to comment on
I'm
this.
sorry.
Mistake. Take the fucking
So,
line,
we
yeah.
think we're
Take
going
the
to be
fucking line.
maybe bringing on some refugees.
Please get rid of some of them, yes?
Looking, our numbers looks about 200.
That's it?
It's a tenth.
We were.
Yes.
It's doubling our current population. We don't want to do too much too soon. We could overreach.
We don't want to overwork ourselves.
Or exhaust ourselves.
Yeah. That'd suck.
While I respect that, I was hoping you'd be able to take a larger portion. It's a lot of people who are ready to go don't make for a happy group to manage.
And a lot of people going up there that quick with potential danger still on the island is also not very good.
I understand your reason. I just hoped for something else. Can I make a request?
What would that be?
You already got me a bottle of wine. Let's not talk business today. Let's
We're
just...
letting you, there's a light let off of it, potentially. That's all.
It's appreciated. I'll make sure I read the reports once I have a chance. And I have to ask, how late are you guys staying? If you want, we could have a slumber party.
I think we're going to at least stay the night to give some time for interviewing and getting people on board, I assume? Maybe another day? I'm not sure how long the process will take.
At least
I'm
tonight.
just saying, a game of truth or dare with that bottle of wine would be a lot of fun. Come on, Rosalind, I feel like you'd enjoy it.
Perhaps not with drinking.
You don't
but
have to, but it would make it more fun.
Normal truth or dare would be
No.
fun.
Thank
those who would like to may. How's that?
That's usually the fun of the game. We don't want to force anyone.
you. How old are you, Fergus?
17.
Alright, you're not joining either.
That being said, I'd be willing
Fergus kind of shrugs. He doesn't really see the point.
have you ever played such a game, Fergus?
No.
Oh boy. Rosalind very quickly explains basic truth or dare. I'm assuming there's no weird rules in this world for it, right?
Everyone has their own thing.
Ugh.
Yeah, everyone has their own thing. If you want to make it such that there is fancy rules, you could do so, but no requirements.
Okay.
I'm sure some people have played with Zone of Truth spell up or something, but
Oh, we can't do that this
Zone of
time.
Truth or dare.
Unless we get to... That'd be funny.
If anything,
Zone of truth or
is-
heroism.
If
I was
anything
gonna
is
say, Zone of Truth is
actively-
suggestion.
No.
No. If anything is actively dangerous, you can refuse it. If anything is a little too personal as truth, you can also refuse. Sometimes we play with penalties. It depends on the group in the game, I suppose.
With that being said, refraining from answering can in itself answer things. Be prepared for that.
Hmm. Okay. Interesting.
I feel like we need goofy music. Is there goofy music? Have we got Amazing Plan?
Do we have anything for it?
I do have Amazing Plan, hold on.
Because if we're doing this as characters, then we need the tunes. Even if it's only a
Yes.
couple rounds.
Oh, you guys doing this?
Are we doing this?
Yep.
I assume
Are
we're
we doing this?
I suppose so.
Yeah, why not?
Rosalind's willing to do this, though a little
As long as the ball's still
trepidatious.
sealed.
Yeah.
Reese is very willing for this.
I'm willing to try anything at least once. Just for the sake of
Say that now, Fergus.
science. To an extent.
Oh no, now I need to figure out what Rosalind would ask or dare or
Okay. So now we got Sam, Sierra, and you four in a room playing Truth or Dare.
Uh-oh, this is...
Oh boy. I'll say we bring Issa in as well, because we have to bring in Issa.
Okay, yeah.
Gods.
So,
Issa would be so offended if she wasn't there, I'm sorry.
Issa comes in
Yes.
with a report and we grab her.
yep.
Well, Issa comes in with a bottle of wine for Sam Seer, and then goes like, oh, Did I just... Sorry, am I interrupting?
Not yet. Join in. I am not quite sure how this is going to go, but there was a proposition of a game.
A game?
Mm-hmm.
Does
Truth
it
or
have to do
dare,
with
was
that
it?
bottle of... Oh boy, and she sits down on the chair. Let's go. Who's starting?
Honestly, I'm not sure. I don't have any ideas. It's been a very long time.
In that case,
I've never
Samson,
played this
you
game.
first. And Samson goes. Rosalind, truth or dare?
Truth.
Have you seen a man without pants?
Bright red. No.
Issa is also like, excuse me? It was a conversation earlier. Relax.
No, I have not.
It's not as impressive as you think. I'm just saying. Your turn,
Really
Rosalind.
not.
Yeah, I don't know what Rosalind would think of. Let's see. You know what? How many people are there again? Samsir, Issa, Irluis, Fervis, and Ashta.
Yeah,
That's
two plus parties, so 6 total.
yeah, that's a D5, basically, awkwardly
Bottle
enough.
can be spun as well for deciding on this.
Alright, so in order, that's Issa. Issa, truth or dare, in that case, she'll ask.
Dare.
Frick, I'm not good at this. Rosalind would be. Rosalind knows this person. Hell. Okay, I'm having a little bit of a disconnect between player and character here. I don't
can
know what
Google-
Rosalind
you
would
can
dare
Google
her to
things.
do. But I know it would be good, so I'm not sure where that category is.
Roll just like a intelligence check or like a mischief check, whatever you would roll for that.
Would it be insight for knowing Issa?
Charisma.
Yeah, I'd say that's fair. Insight, like with charisma, as opposed to wisdom.
Okay. So I've got proficiency, so yeah, that's just gonna be, I'm gonna call it persuasion, 21.
Okay. You know that she has like strange issues with like admitting she's wrong or like backing down from a challenge. Like that's like a big thing that she's like she hates doing.
Mm-hmm.
So either doing something you don't think she'd do and forcing her to back down would be good, or forcing her to back down on something, or like challenge someone she knows she can't beat, or something along those lines would be a good way to dare her.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming you want to cause grief.
Yeah, a little bit.
Wait.
Just a tiny bit. Just
As you
between
should.
friends. I don't think that she'd want to bring the party trooping out into the town or city though. So it has to be something in this room, presumably.
Or nearby. You guys are in the large longhouse. There's a lot of facilities here.
All right. Can Rosalind dare her to do something with a bit of a delay, like later?
Sure.
She's gonna dare her to. We didn't get a name on that big Goliath guy. But she's going. Nope.
I never given it yet.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Don't need one. Rosalind will I'll just assume that Rosalind knows his name, asked his name at the gate.
Sure.
If not, then it'll be that new Goliath guard. Dare Issa to challenge him to an arm wrestling match this evening.
She gets this like
With
grin on her
Rosalind
face.
watching.
Like, oh, that'll be a fun one. All right.
However, you cannot use any sort of magic to aid yourself.
Aw, come on. He uses his Goliathness.
And you
blind?
will use your own natural-born half-elven strengths.
Fine. She looks around. Ash,
It will be in public, and it will be in the center of the longhouse.
even better. Bet on me. Ashta, truth or dare.
There's just like a set to his jaw. And just like, I mean, I was just kind of sitting here.
Oh, coward. All right.
I never agreed to this.
Oh, come on, Ashta.
I never asked for
Just once.
No, if he's too chicken to play, too mystery laden to reveal his own secrets and tell the truth.
Truth.
Too uptight. Oh, truth. Do you have a crush?
He kind of like tilts his head, like, why'd you want to know that?
I don't know, it's a fun question to ask. You're so mysterious and locked up with your own feeling. You actually have feelings for someone else, it's impressive.
Is that alright?
If it's too personal.
Oh, sorry, you're saying you're
Don't-
a hugely expressive, emotional person?
Just wondering what you're taking interest in so much.
Don't worry, dear, I'm already taken.
Yeah, okay.
So, yes or no?
It's like a set to the jaw again, just... No.
Knew it. Yeah. Too boring to actually have a crush. Well, your turn.
Did we lose you for a second? Oh,
Oh.
wait, that was Sky popping in. Hi, Sky.
Oh, that's Guy.
Yeah,
I see a Sky in there.
Sky's in here.
Devin's gone silent though.
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
Okay, there he is.
Yep, there we go.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a guy in here.
But I can't hear a Sky.
Yeah,
I assume a Sky is listening.
probably. Sky does. There, the icon is that. The icon does say that Sky's on her phone.
Are we
Probably
waiting for
just
Sky
listening on the
here?
way home. No, I think it's okay. Sky, if you
Oh.
are able to
Gone.
join soon, just up a message. Oh,
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
there we go. Hey,
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
you walked into party playing Truth or Dare.
Oh, yay!
It's Ash's
Fuck
turn.
yeah!
With Issa
Oh
and
my
Samson.
god.
Bro, no, you don't understand. It's been a shit day. Leave me alone.
Okay.
All right.
It's
Well,
been a really bad
hopefully
day.
this will be a good way to let him know.
play some Truth or Dare, brother.
All right,
So-
Ashley, go for it.
Can I just get a quick preview as to what the fuck is happening really quick?
We're playing Truth or Dare.
We're
in
in Anther.
Anther,
Okay.
200 specialists are going to be brought up from Anther to immigrate into the city, into the castle.
Oh,
with-
okay.
With basically 2,500 who are ready to go, but 200 are being selected for now.
Nice.
Yeah.
There's been some alchemy shopping. There's been talking to the Duke, being in court. Sam Sear is basically overworked and exhausted and is currently
Aw.
mildly hospitalized for it.
Oh my god.
As well, the Duke is clearly very sick from having to take up the slack.
Okay. Interesting. So we're all currently in Anther?
Yeah. We kind of made the excuse that Esther was staying up with the castle, but she can always come down.
Can Esther please come down?
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Sure, we'll retcon it. Fuck it, whatever.
With the excuse that she got Issa to watch the baby so that her and Yenben could get
Issa's here.
acquainted.
Issa's playing the game with them.
Down here.
Oh, shit. Okay, fine.
Oh, get Gorilla down here.
That'd be
Cargill
fun.
did it.
Yeah, get Gorilla.
Remy?
No!
Get
Not
Gorilla down
Carson!
here. Huh?
Not
Yes.
Carson, Gorilla, better.
Not
yeah.
Carson. Gorilla is obviously the better
Carson,
option.
Carson is going nowhere near my child.
Yes.
Remy exists.
Remy exists.
Remy too. Anyways, the child is being watched. Esther came down. It's like, hey, I haven't been here in several days.
And you're taking Gorilla around to tour Anther, and you just sort of happen to pop in on this Truth or Dare game.
Yes, sounds good.
So add on you and Gorilla. Yay!
3 NPCs for Conrad to deal with. Anyway, it's Ash's turn to pick
Yeah, I was gonna
somebody.
say just for the sake of not making me explode. No grill for now.
Okay.
He's taking care of the
Fine.
kids.
Party
Esther,
pooper.
Esther just kind of walks in, just waves, and sits down. Her hair still hasn't gone back to her normal color yet. It's a time.
Yep. There's greetings all around. We'll skip the introduction as you see Issa again, looking not completely wrecked, but very obviously.
Wrecked. Just
But
What
Ashley,
happened
this is
to
your
Issa?
It's Ash's turn.
He's looking around. He's. I don't know what. What's a good thing? What do,
Pick
is
a-
it just asking people if they have a crush on someone or what? It
Just-
feels like.
Curtis gives a shrug. He's never played this game before. He's just like,
pick up.
You can ask,
Remember
you can ask
charm
him anything.
training? Do you remember charm training?
Yes.
Maybe those sorts of questions.
You're supposed to ask, like, secrets. That kind of stuff.
But silly and inconsequential ones for the most part.
Yeah, the
Yeah, I
ones
was
that
gonna
don't
say,
leave
that
somebody
seems kind of-
emotionally wrecked.
Yeah, that seems kind of intrusive.
If it helps, pick a person and then think of what you want them to do.
And mind you, they also might answer dare.
He's just
Purvis just finds this game very strange.
yeah. He's like looking. He's like,
Ask Rayla for suggestions, perhaps.
Esther's very happy she didn't miss this.
I'm not bringing Rayla into this. Uh, Sam's here.
Samson kind of looks up to you, Ash, and like, yes.
Wait, no, that means that next person is the person who's asked, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Fergus?
Yes.
Truth or dare?
Truth?
Are you plotting or conspiring the overall downfall of the group as a whole?
No! What?
So mashed up.
What is
He's like-
this game?
he can just look back to the group like, did I do it right?
You got the gist?
Rosalind's got her face in her hand and is just kind of laughing.
Yeah, you got the gist, I think.
Silly things.
Yeah.
It's not an
Maybe-
interrogation.
Maybe if you do it
No.
next
It feels
time,
like it
go
is.
go a bit more like
Not.
personal, but not evil.
I'd say that's pretty
Are you-
personal if it
Are
was
you
Not
true.
plotting
evil,
the
though.
down?
Like not totally evil.
Regardless.
Yeah. Fergus will turn to Rosalind and go, "This is a very strange game you're forcing me to play."
It's good to try it once. You go ahead and pick somebody now.
Eruis.
Yes.
Truth or dare?
Dare.
And he's like thinking for a second. Do a flip.
This is
Do a
yep.
flip.
There's like one eyebrow will just go up like Les Rosalind. That's it.
If that's
I
what he
know.
asked.
Alright, Idris will try and do a flip.
Does she have to succeed? Or she have to keep trying?
She only has to attempt.
Eruis
I don't
does
know, his
one-
words were do a flip.
It's like when you're trying to do a cartwheel when you're a kid and you just kind of spin your upper torso and that counts.
No, just Eruis does a third of a backflip and just completely wrecks her shit.
Both of you assume I can do a third.
Give me an acrobatics check.
I was gonna say,
Maybe.
is this something?
1 second, let me check something.
Uh-oh.
Boy, she finna die.
She's completely get her shit wrecked.
She
Can I
needs
have
to
hold in
move.
action to maybe
Gonna
catch
use
someone?
this just in case.
Go for it.
Dude!
17.
She needs some milk.
Oh god! Oh god!
So, you do a flip. With your flip, I'm going to make you immediately roll this, because of course I am.
Oh yeah, I love you.
Which table do you want to use?
Ooh, not the D&D table. How many tables do you have?
What do you mean, which
I
table,
have a
brother?
personal one, and I have a 1d8, and I have a 1d20 you can use.
What does a table mean?
I'm gonna do the D20.
He's having wild
D20?
magic happen despite no
No,
spell.
wait. I'm gonna do the
Oh,
D8 because I haven't
fucker.
done the D8 one yet.
Sure.
6.
Sick.
Wait, can I do the twice and pick the one? Like, just pick the number.
Yeah, go for it.
Ooh. I'll do the. I'll do the 8 at that point.
8? Okay.
It's either the best or the worst.
Ashton, what were you holding your action for again?
Just to
Catch.
catch Eloise in case you biffs it.
Okay. Anyways, when you land your flip, who are you facing?
Oh dear.
Probably Fervus.
Fervus, I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Wait, what?
What?
What have you done?
We don't know yet. We're about to find
What?
out.
You will find out.
Oh god, I'm scared. 13.
13? Okay. You fail, so you can take...
Oh,
Hold on, guys.
Oh
He fucking died. He took damage in real life.
no. Oh, 13.
13.
And Ash is doing it instead.
When you get your shit rocked for your friend.
What?
What's
Why
fun?
did that
Conrad, were you there?
Conrad is muted.
What is
Oh,
going on?
he gone. He was here,
Mhm.
but now he gone.
I'm assuming background noise on his end. Usually.
Oh, Afro Ninja.
Yeah. Just completely biffs it. Gets her shit rocked. God, no, but like Fergus has no idea how to play this game. He's like, do a flip, I guess.
And he's about to get laser shot at him, I guess.
Yeah, it's just like, what the fuck?
That's how the game works.
Hey,
Is this how the
Conrad.
game works? I tell
Okay.
people to do things and I get hurt for it.
Ash, is that you jumping in front for Kaius?
No, it's me
no.
dropping for Fervus.
Alright.
Yeah.
Give me a dex check.
Do.
Oh
8.
no.
Nope.
Alright, so you do not manage to get there in time.
I know, you said dex check.
Yes, I
That was
know.
a dick check?
Hello.
Stop.
This is being recorded.
That
Yeah.
fucking
Oh,
Charlie?
okay.
No, it's Mags.
Oh, hi, Mags.
Yeah, that was who was dying, not me.
I'm good.
So, Ash, you're gonna take half of that in radiant damage because you're resistant.
Alright.
As basically a laser beam comes out of Idwis's chest as they land on their feet on the ground.
Wait,
Oh,
did I-
damn.
Flip.
So am I taking the damage or not?
You are not. Sorry, mistaken. Sorry. So, Fervus,
Okay.
take 13 radiant damage, and you are currently blinded.
Okay, I can understand pomp and circumstance, but why?
Oh my god! I'm
You rub your
sorry!
eyes a second later, and the blindness goes away. But like, that hurting.
Oh, I
bet
guess
you didn't
that
see
hung
that
around,
coming.
huh?
Oh, sorry!
That part of Xenia is still here. Is that right?
Esther's fucking dying.
That's just like checking Fervus's eyes to make sure he's okay.
Yeah,
can't
after a
see.
second, too, it
I
goes
can't
away.
see. Oh my god.
Yes, you
Oh
can.
gods,
You're
I
fine,
can't
You're
see.
fine. Open your eyes, Fervus.
Huh.
You hear Issa say.
No, he was like blind for a
No, and
second.
Ash just got like his thumb at like the top of Fervus's eyelids to make sure there's not like damage or anything.
Damn,
Yeah, after a
Fergus.
second, he opens his eyes. He's fine.
What was that?
Guess you didn't see that one coming.
He gives Esther this like, what is wrong with you?
I'm very sleep deprived.
Yeah, and he just looks like he turns back to Eris and is like, "That wasn't part of the request.
Nope. No, it wasn't!
Why?
No,
Why'd you do that?
I thought it was only when you did magic."
Nope! I can make it do stuff better sometimes. I'm sorry. Okay, next turn. Idris is just like sitting like beside Ashton.
Well, you get to pick who goes next. So.
Esther! Truth or dare?
Shit. She looks
Not an
legitimately.
option.
She looks legitimately torn over these options.
That's not an option, but the bathroom's over there.
I don't know.
That's not an option.
True.
Okay. If you had to choose between the genie in the bottle and our brand new cleric, who would you choose?
I'm confused. What do you mean, genie in the bottle?
You know. Well, more the vase.
Oh.
He's giving like the big smile.
Oh no.
Damn, that's a question you got there.
Esther just.
It takes
kind
Asher a
of-
second, but then he realizes what's being implied, and he's like, "Oh,
You
Ash, if you
see.
asked if someone was plotting to kill you all.
Also, by the way, Ashta, for somebody who shoots with a crossbow so much, you fucking missed the mark on that one.
Continue.
So,
You see Esther kind of hunch in on herself. She's just kind of like, I don't, I don't know.
pass, aren't you?"
okay.
Well, there's pros and I guess with the genie in a bottle, it will never go further. I know it won't. When this war ends, whatever happens shall happen, and she
There's
will
like-
return.
On Ash's face, like, "Eh."
And she will return. Or she will die. Or she will remain in captivity for the rest of her life. But
Well-
it will never go anywhere.
Yes, the
Uh-huh.
genie.
Pardon?
Yes, the genie. We found the genie on the castle.
What?
There's a quick feign over to Ash to stop trying to make it seem legitimate. They know we're speaking in code and they should respect that.
And the cleric, he was there for me when a lot of people were not. And has continued to be so when I least expected it. And with him I can see a future for Jade. Not just myself. And that's my priority. So I suppose if I would have to choose, I would have to say the cleric. Despite how difficult it will be.
Luis, like, just still has the smile on their face, just like twitches a little and just goes, okay!
Easy puts their hand up like, no one's asked me anything yet.
I've dared you to do something. You chose dare.
Luis. Oh, sorry, not Luis. Not Isa. Sam's here. There's a lot of names. Sorry.
Ah, right.
So, really quick, what happened? What do you mean by that, Ashta? Who did you find on the castle outside?
He like pinches the bridge of his nose and is like, and just sends a feint over. Just like, we're trying to not talk about the war criminal out loud right now. Thank you.
Hence why she said genie.
And I'm trying to keep that going along. So why are you questioning it?
It's
Sam just
code.
like watches the two of you and just goes, guys, relax. If you guys have secrets, it's fine. You have your own castle that flies. I'm not going to ask you details. Just can we keep playing the game?
Sam's here. Truth or dare?
Truth, because I don't think I can get up from the bed right now to do dare.
Yeah, that's fair enough. If you could choose between... shoot, I don't know you that well enough to ask you a good truth. Damn.
Good move avoiding the dare though, because we probably would have told you to get a good night's sleep.
Yes,
Oh,
I know
no.
that.
That might have killed him. Shoot. Alright, a truth. She kind of feigns over to Rosalind. What the fuck do I ask?
Rosalind feigns back just probably some list of super generic questions you ask at... I don't know. Ariel doesn't know. Rosalind might. You know, tell us what's the most embarrassing thing you've ever done? What's
Aha,
something silly
that's
you
a
did
good
as
one.
a child? What's the worst?
Who's your current crush?
What is the stupidest thing you've ever willingly eaten? I don't know.
Oh, if only
Where she fucked up working for the Duke?
if only Prince Ronier was here, I could ask that question. Because I
There's a
still
few
want
fun
that.
ones you can ask her earlier.
I still want that fucking answer. I'm so mad I still don't have that answer. It's been killing me. Don't you dare think for a minute I forgot about it, Conrad.
Oh, I know you haven't, but you have a question for Sam, sir, do you not?
Yeah, so what's your most embarrassing moment to date.
Oh, did anyone tell you how people found out that I needed to be hospitalized
No.
for exhaustion?
The guards gave us a weird look.
Well, I was helping construct one of these smaller longhouses, putting the logs together with telekinesis as I normally do, and apparently wasn't paying attention when I brought one over my shoulder, and smacked myself in the rump so hard I fell into the rafters of the house that I was in the middle of building, and got stuck there. Unfortunately, as a panic, I set off a spell to let off some flames so nothing would touch me, which set the thatch roof on fire, and I was inside of a burning roof because I didn't get enough sleep last night.
That's worse than I thought.
Why would you do that?
That's such a mood.
You say that, Fergus, and they just lock eyes with you. Why would I do that, you ask?
Fervus, that was a mistake.
Uh-oh. Why do I hear boss music?
The day that
Oh,
Amazing
no.
Planet's boss music is the day that you all die.
Uh,
I'm not looking forward to that fucking day.
Loki boss fight.
But with that, you guys can continue the game of Truth or Dare. That's apparently the characters are better at asking questions than the players are.
Yep.
Ash, any more specific questions of homicide or anything like that?
He'll ask Eloise if she's ever killed a man.
Oh my god.
What?
What the hell are you
That's
trying
an
to
odd question to ask.
Well, humanoid, I guess, generally.
You're asking me?
Yes.
Ashton, you know me! You've seen everyone I've killed! Wait, no.
Esther has a lot of questions, in all honesty.
There
Huh?
was that guy in the hinterlands, but that was like a long time ago.
He, like, makes some hand motion, like, go on.
Okay. I was 100 years old. Just fresh ran through the hinterlands. There was a squirrel for most of that day. Then, like, this guy shows up and he's like, yo, give me your shit. And I'm like, yo, I don't have any shit. Nice try. And he takes out, like, oh gosh, a scimitar. Oh, yeah, it was a scimitar.
That far north?
Yeah, I
What's
don't
guy
know. It was
doing?
like, I don't know, something. But he's like, scimitar, give me your shit. And I went, I still don't have any shit, but I had magic, so I used my magic to fuck his shit. And like, I gave him like a proper elven burial. He was like, oh, what was? He was like a halfling, I think. One of those like shorter races, like halfling, dwarf, or gnome. I don't know. Probably a gnome. Gnomes usually. So I gave him like a proper elven burial, and you know that like scimitar that Xenia has?
Nods.
That's the scimitar.
So she killed the guy that was trying to mug her and then stole the gun.
It's not like
See
she'll
this
miss
blade? I
it.
kill him on foot. I'm just kidding. He is dead though.
It's not like he'll miss it. It's not like there are any like guards in the hinterlands. Who the fuck goes to the hinterlands when they're not a squirrel?
There's a blink from Ashton.
Besides you, you're fucking crazy.
I mean, he is small enough to be what?
But other than that, like you've seen. Hey Ashley, you want to be tall?
What?
I don't want him to be tall, no.
I have a spell
He
that
said-
can fuck you up, big girl.
He
Sorry.
said since they both turned to you like, you can make Ashta tall.
For a little bit, and I don't think it'll
Wait.
really do much, but I can make him look taller for a little, I think.
No. No,
He still
you'll...
locks eyes with you, Rosalind, and goes, "You want to be taller than Ashta for a little while?"
Brother, you want to be tall?
I don't really. I'm not really bothered by it one way or another, to be honest.
Which one do you
Rosalind.
fucking
lots
want to be
of
tall?
jokes you've made.
Of course
Rosalind,
not. You're a
truth
you're
or
a Disney
dare?
princess. You don't care if you're tall.
No, but which one do you want to be tall for a little bit?
I'd like to see what it's like to be tall.
Fergus, you're fucking tall.
I'm
You cast,
5'7".
what do you cast on him?
Well, I hate polymorph.
Oh, you just make one bigger than him.
Yeah. Yeah.
You just make him like 6'4".
Can polymorph turn you into a humanoid? Or is it only beast?
Good question.
I know
Unwilling,
true polymorph can do humanoids.
transforms a creature with at least 1 hit point within range into a new form. The new form can be a beast. Wait. Whose challenging is equally left to the target. The target's game statistics. Wait, I don't know.
Yeah, if it's just
I
his
think
beast, then it's beast.
Yeah, I think it's just beast.
Damn.
You
Yeah.
turn into a big gorilla.
Wait, I have an idea.
Like
Do
Grodd?
we
Turn him
have
into big
2
gorilla?
pots?
Alka monkey.
Two
Do
pot?
we
What?
have? If we have pots, we can tie them to his feet.
That's very dangerous.
But he will be tall.
I feel like there's
that
better
kind of
things
thing
than
has
pots you can use for that.
What if we
Could
put?
I?
What if we
could
put
I-
insoles?
Ashton, what's your shoe size?
No.
What's your shoe size?
Is this your turn on the truth or dare?
What
Yeah.
is his shoe size?
Dare.
Sure. There?
I
Tell me your
dare
shoe
you.
size.
To tell us your shoe size.
Ashton looks like to Rosalind and like Sam. It's like, that's cheating, right?
Tell me your shoe size. I dare you to tell me your shoe size.
What?
What's the point of the dare truth option if you can just...
Shut the fuck up, tell me your shoe size.
Samsir puts up their hand and goes, "This is a shoe size." And says the shoe size out loud, Ashley, that you know is correct.
Idris is going to take 1 minute
How did you...
and
And she just looks and goes, "I have wonderful abilities of estimation, and I am more intelligent than 90% of people."
Samsir, you're fucking beautiful.
Thank you.
Hear that, Fervus? You're in the top 10%.
Oh, wow.
Idris is gonna take a minute and imagine you're a pair of stiletto boots that are Ash's shoe size.
What?
I'm having the best time right now, guys.
I can tell.
You're gonna make Ashta wear heels?
He asked me
So
if I
you-
killed a man, and he's been adventuring with me for months. Yes!
I would like to see Ashta in heels.
I'm gonna need artwork of that, Ariel. We're all gonna need
Have we,
artwork of
have
that.
we, in all the game, have we actually ever outright killed a humanoid?
Yes.
Yes!
When?
Multiple times.
You
I
guys
Multiple
fought a ton of
times.
orcs.
I distinctly
Numerous.
made note of the
Orcs,
first time
yeah.
Rosalind did.
Yeah,
And the
good point.
hag.
You
Do you
guys-
remember?
Hag is not people.
Do you remember
Travis
when
probably killed a guy out in the desert.
right
Esther has
before
killed
we
several.
went through that accidental exploding portal thing into the Shadowfell? We were ambushed
Yeah.
by those.
Oh yeah, yeah,
three-
we were...
Yeah, that was the first time Rosalind, like, on her own, completely killed a humanoid. Like, she shot one guy, nobody else got a blow on him. She
Huh.
just
And we also
Eldritch
Guys
Blast.
has committed premeditated murder.
Technically, the matron is like a humanoid-ish, like fey humanoid shit.
Darkling. So yeah.
Yeah.
Esther has killed several people on her 2 years alone that
So
she
Idris is,
does not want to talk about.
Xenia was alone for 33 years, I feel.
Yeah.
Idris
Kai's
is gonna,
body
like,
count
just-
is in the double digits before
Nope,
meeting you.
don't phrase it like that, John.
Yeah.
No, but no.
Low double digits. We'll say that.
It's not just, okay. Idris like just gonna put like these shoes by Ash's feet. They're wedges, so they're easier to at least stand
He gives a look like, I'm in Greaves.
if you want to be tall.
Take them off.
No. It's my armor.
This is
You guys.
That offers dramatically less, like, armoring.
It's not like forever.
Okay.
It's just like if you want to seem tall. It's like,
an
I can
interesting way
fly.
to pass the
No.
time.
but like standing and walking tall.
Why
You
would
ever
I
like
walk if
feel
I
the
can
ground
fly?
when you're like 6
Samsir
feet
just kind
tall?
of puts their hand up. He goes, Ashta, I think you have a fey in your shirt.
He just, like, sighs, like... We went through this last time, didn't we?
I believe so. I just want to. I didn't mention it before last time I noticed it. I just
No,
wanna
you
make sure
did.
you are aware of it. Did I?
Yes, you gave me a warning before we teleported.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. I think that they're like trying to get out.
Yes, what else is new?
No, like actively. And if you look down, you see, her name.
Rayla.
Thank you.
Why would you give it to him?
You watch as Rayla is like.
I've been giving you Samsu the entire session, bitch.
Yeah. You watch as Rayla is like invisible, but you can see like your neck brace, your van brace, like moving on its own as you're pretty sure she's stuck between like two pieces of metal.
Aw.
By the way, Samsir hasn't been here for like 20 sessions. Rayla has been here for every session.
Rayla hasn't spoken the entire day.
Either way,
Also, I suck. So
Rayla doesn't speak most days.
anyways, he just like looks down and just like trying to get somewhere.
you guys are playing a truth or dare without me.
Yes, explicitly.
Oh.
I'll let you out if you don't direct anything towards me.
Okay, Rosalind, truth or dare?
Is that a promise?
I don't remember this
Yes.
being Rayla.
And then he unlatches the armor.
Has Fervis ever seen Rayla?
Nope.
No.
Oh, this is an experience for him.
What is that?
Fervis, Rayla,
Fervis,
Rayla, Fervis.
you watch as. Yep, Rayla, of course, jumps out of the thing, and she is in, like, not quite armor, but if armor could be made of, like, flower petals. And, like,
Aw.
armor.
He looks over. If you have a
Always
problem with
had
this,
that?
there won't be enough pieces to put you back together.
No, I'm just curious why you have one.
Because I do.
I'm his fearless leader, I'm his guiding force, and I'm his moral back.
Oh,
She's his conscience.
well then.
Jiminy Cricket.
Jiminy Cricket! I want to see Ash as Pinocchio.
God.
So, either way, she turns to Rosalind and goes, Rosalind, truth or dare?
I am. I suppose I haven't done a dare yet. But I'm a
Dare?
little nervous. Alright, dare.
Good. I dare you. Well, I'm gonna turn you into a squirrel. I want you to steal something from your dad.
What?
I want you to steal something from your dad and bring it back to him.
Am I
You
supposed
get to pick
to
what you take.
cross this entire distance as a squirrel?
Yes. You'll be a flying squirrel.
I don't think
All right.
flying squirrels can actually fly.
Well,
They glide.
Glide?
they glide.
Which means if we throw her, she'll have enough
No.
velocity.
no, I'll just get up onto the roof.
Like Fergus will point
And
out.
slowly goes to the crossbow.
I'll take the
cannot
roofs.
actually fly.
And also, I know how polymorph works in general. I know that I'll turn back into myself if I am hurt. I'll try to
Yes,
avoid
which
that.
will not be a bad thing, because if someone gets you hurt, they'll see you and they will stop hurting you.
Yes. Alright.
So,
Generally.
she snaps her fingers and you're suddenly a flying squirrel.
You have no
Tiny little
choice.
squirrel Rosalind with reddish fur.
Yep.
Is gonna flick the tail a couple times and then scamper over towards the window. Up and out.
Ashley looks over.
go on
You can
a little
turn invisible.
adventure.
You go keep an eye on her.
Fine.
No,
What
wait,
she
Rayla,
does.
before you go. Rayla,
What? Yeah.
did you get a wish?
Yes. And she turns invisible and flies off.
What?
Oh no,
my
wait, what the
God.
fuck?
She was in your pocket!
There's a wild card
Oh,
wish.
fuck.
She was in your pocket! I
There's
missed
an
Connor about this like 5 minutes ago.
Loose in the Pantheon!
He just like so like fucking what?
She was in your shirt, so I asked her.
She would have appeared. Like it's
So, in the meantime,
that form doesn't have armor. How would I have not seen her?
Rosalind, Squirrel Rosalind, Flying Squirrel Rosalind, FSR.
Squazzaland.
Squazzaland.
Quasland. I hate it.
Stop it.
So, go ahead and, we'll say that you can get successfully at least up to his door is shut. It is a heavy oak door.
She's not going towards the door. She's going on the outside
Okay.
towards a window.
Interesting, okay. So it is getting to spring, so, roll me a d20.
Okay. She
luck
remembers.
roll.
She remembers being in and out of windows as a kid.
Yeah. Okay, so one of the windows is in fact open, and you can see him just sitting at his desk with, candlelight, but not a natural candle, towards the candle.
You're back.
Go for it.
All right.
So you probably have to squeeze to get through the shutters because it is like wooden shutters. So go ahead and make me an acrobatics check with a plus
Squirrels are also very squishy, like most rodents.
+2,
+3, sorry.
+3.
Squirrel.
1d20 plus
Yeah, I
3.
imagine a flying squirrel has acrobatics.
20.
Oof. Yeah, you like slide between the shutters with no problem at all. You have access to his room, and it seems he has not noticed you. What are you doing?
Oh, it's gotta be something small enough for her to carry, but also she can get it out.
Jewelry?
You know what? No. Bit of cloth. Does he have something like a pocket handkerchief with his like initials embroidered on, that kind of thing?
Not that you can easily see, but what you do see is he has like a bathrobe, and that you could probably pull out a small portion of like the time.
She doesn't want to tear anything or break anything.
Yeah, it just slides in and out. It's removable.
The tie for the bathrobe, though, that's very long.
Yeah, but it's very light, thankfully. You can make a perception check with a +1 for anything else.
I'll make a perception check because that is cumbersome in this size and this form.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, you have difficulties. You can see like some napkins and stuff. Maybe like an old food wrapper.
Alright, she'll try to take the tie on the bathrobe.
Alright. You do so. Go ahead and roll me a stealth check with
With a +3.
3.
Oh no!
Oh dear.
Okay.
Oh no!
So as you begin to pull the robe, you actually manage to pull the robe off of the little hook it's on. And you see the Duke turn to face you. He goes, "Hello, small one." And he like leans down, like puts his fingers out for you to smell.
She's gonna pretend like she's a regular squirrel.
Okay, and how do you do that?
Give a sniff and then kind of scoot over into the corner of the room.
Yep, and you do. Are you looking like fearful, or you're just kind of getting out of the way there?
Getting out of the way.
Okay, and he goes, "Oh, nothing to be afraid of," and he kind of like goes back to his desk for a bit, and he pulls out what looks like a small piece of food and puts it on the ground.
You know what? Taking a bit of his food, that counts. She's gonna grab the food and she's gonna hop back towards the window.
Yep. As soon as you go to grab the food, he goes to make a grab out for you. Go ahead and make a dex save.
Oh no!
+1.
No proficiency in dex
Or
saves.
actually, technically it's a grapple, so make an acrobatics check.
Okay, so that's
Dear Lord.
+3. 5! Oh no! She got
Yeah, he just like grabs you in one hand and goes, "Oh, it's okay, I'm not gonna hurt you. You just look really cute," and he's just like scratching your ears.
I really want.
Her little legs are kicking like, oh no!
How long does polymorph last?
An hour.
An hour.
Like an hour.
Oh, that'd be very funny.
Rayla is witnessing
You
all
hear-
of this, but Rosalind doesn't know that
Oh,
yet.
yeah. You hear a whisper in your ear of, "Do you want me to turn you back?"
And there's this very quick shake of the head.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
I miss much.
Rosalind's gonna try to
Squazlin has been captured
squirm.
by the Duke.
Squirm away. Gonna try.
Okay, go ahead and make another acrobatics check.
11.
Shit.
Yep.
Thump,
Oh,
like
He,
a bar of soap.
He drops you onto the ground by accident. You can choose to glide if you so wish.
Yep.
But you see on his desk, he has a quill that is, like, red.
Alright, she's grabbing that and running.
Alright, so you go ahead and grab the quill, and it's light, not super cumbersome. He goes, "Hey!" He was in the middle of writing with it. As you give me an acrobatics check to see how fast you get out the window.
Oh my god.
Scamper, scamper!
Yeah! Okay,
Hell yeah!
so you are out. And you hear him yelling, like, "Get back here, you rascally squirrel!"
Up to the rooftop.
Does the
catches
party
up
hear
a little
this?
bit,
Yes.
and then back to the party. And
Ash just lets out a sigh as he hears the Duke yelling.
Squirrel
Esther starts
comes
to cackle.
Squirrel comes back in the window with this red quill pen in her mouth, drops it in the middle of the circle, sits back and goes, just this slump sigh.
Yep. And you hear, like, a giggling Rayla, like, fly into the room, too, and she lets go of the concentration. You turn back into yourself.
She's gonna look at Rayla. Was it worth it?
Yes.
We could hear him. We could hear him scream from here.
Yes, unfortunately my first attempt wasn't as stealthy as I hoped.
I mean, I feel like this was the intention more than anything.
It's your turn, Rosalind.
Rayla?
Yes.
Ah.
I think that was a good dare.
Yes, but I don't want to make this the dare for this round, but I'd like to challenge you as a personal favor to put this quill somewhere he would not expect to find it, given a squirrel just ran off with it.
Done.
If you could.
And she just disappears with the quill.
Thank you.
There she goes.
Look, a minute later, she comes back. Alright, done.
Is it back on his desk, out of curiosity?
Nope.
Alright.
Is it isn't in his underwear drawer?
Nope, it's inside of the sock he is currently wearing.
What?
Nice.
Ow. Never mind.
There's a quick fade over to Rosalind. Do a truth for asking what Riley's wish.
She smiled.
Alright,
job,
Rosalind will
well
take
done.
it. Rayla?
Yes?
She's gonna feign back to Ashton. I can't make her pick truth.
Well, do the thing that you always did.
Rayla, truth or dare?
I think I just did a dare, so we'll call it a truth.
What was your wish?
And she snaps her fingers and turns to a fully grown fae.
Oh!
Oh!
Nice!
Humanoid size?
Yep, medium size. Asha, she's exactly your height. She looks like Rayla, just upsized. Still has
Davies
the
goes for a
wings,
high
still
five.
everything. Yep, and she high fives you, and she has 4 arms.
Esther gets up and hugs her.
Yep, she hugs you and says, "I got to design my own body."
Oh my god, this is wonderful.
I
wish
lean
had
over to
more.
like Purvis leans over to Ashta. Was she always able to do that?
Nope.
I wish I got to do that for this one. I barely got to. I picked blue, and it did this.
Noted.
This is what happens when you ask a wonderful god to do things for you. Could I have done a different wish? Yes. Was this way more fun? Also yes.
What was your secondary option?
Well, my other one was I was going to say make sure that Ash is safe and protected forever, but I don't think he'd appreciate that.
He likes getting into trouble too much.
He does.
If
Yeah,
that
so
shunted me off to a random plane, I would have been very mad.
See, that's the thing. I'm so used to Fae deals that I wasn't sure if it would go well if I said that.
I mean, slowly, like, rigidly, like a robot gets up.
Yep.
I appreciate the sentiment. Awkwardly
course
gives her a
you do.
hug.
Yep, and she hugs you back, and she holds you tight. She is very strong. Unreasonably strong. You're a little bit scared.
He's like, so are you combat proficient?
Yes. But I'm going to choose not to use it. Because I'm a pacifist, and while I am my own body, I don't know if I still read. So
Are you a good training partner?
depends what you're training. If you're training on how to stab things efficiently, I mean, like, probably, but I wouldn't appreciate it.
He kind of like looks and just, and the forearms, are those just, why?
Right. It seemed useful.
I
Come
wish
on,
I had
forearms would be
forearms.
useful. Right? Thank you.
I feel like you
Well,
could have just specified being able to pick how many arms you have.
I wish
did,
I
but
had
four.
4 arms. Are you kidding me?
You have forearms. They're lovely toned.
Huh?
Forearms. Four.
Oh.
Moving on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Look, the forearms made sense. 6 seemed a bit excessive. So I went with 4. But only 2 legs. I feel like walking on four legs would be different.
I
3 legs,
feel
I
like
don't think
I feel
so.
like 4 legs, forearms is excessive. The usual 2 legs, 2 arms. Fuck, that's my brain.
Yep.
4 legs. Oh god.
Yeah, I feel like
Oh,
forearms
it's a centaur.
is excessive from the usual 2 arms.
But
Yes,
4 arms
but-
is incredibly useful.
So you're a
Exactly.
fae fly.
What? Yes. Kind of. I currently
Yeah.
fly, but yes.
But like, yeah, you're a fly. But like, you're a fae.
I technically have 8 limbs now. 2 wings, 4 arms, and 2 legs.
Does that make you an arachnid?
No.
No.
Insect,
No.
at least?
Yes,
It makes me really cool.
It
that's
does.
true.
More petals on the flower, then.
Yes.
Can you shunt back down?
Yeah, and she turns back into her normal self. Still more comfortable like this. I think I'm going to say like mostly. but I can do it now.
You're just like gonna look close. Does Rayla have like 4 arms and
Nope, she's 2 arms in the smaller form.
still getting used to the 4 arms? And
I only have 2 forms.
fair. Lucky.
Well, Rayla, it's your turn.
And with that, we'll continue Truth or Dare on a separate commentary.
Esther has got several questions that she would like to ask.
Still
wanna
in the
drop
chat?
them in the
I'll answer between
chat?
session.
Yeah, I'll drop them in the chat.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Also, the question is, after like the first 2, like how many people are willing to ask Esther something, knowing she's gonna get one as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Esther will answer anything.
Oh yeah,
Let's see
no,
what
that's
goes on long
fine.
enough.
It's just like if she's asking super personal questions, everyone they might lessen on asking her things.
We'll assume you guys play long enough. Any questions you guys want to ask me, Ron.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys can each answer in chat. If I needed an answer, I can.
And also dares as well. Don't forget that
Well,
part of the game.
stick to questions for now, just for the sake of brevity.
Stick to questions, and then, but also, if you have a fun,
Yeah, of course. If you have fun.
The booze.
Yes.
I assume
24
after
hours, man.
like an hour or 2.
Yeah. After a while. Oh, sorry. Sky put it in the Discord.
Oh, sorry.
Just so we can answer in between sessions.
In what chat?
Zodiac campaign.
Okay.
Maybe the not
that-
important because that's scheduling. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess not important, but better. Yeah.
Yeah. We've already got one in there, so it's going.
Okay. Yeah. So with that, the sun is fully set. You guys take some time to enjoy yourself. If anyone chooses to partake in the wine with, Issa and Sam's here, it's delicious. Like it goes down like nothing. Also not very alcoholic, just very fragrant.
Well, Esther will drink.
To be fair, Esther, for context, this is like equivalent to like a $2,000 bottle of wine. You get like and it's like I said, fantastic. Not enough to get you drunk, but good.
To distract himself, Esther drinks some vinegar.
Fair. It's basically the same thing. You know?
Like dares Issa to do it or something. He just takes the jug and starts drinking.
my
Smells
god, that's 2
weird.
gallons!
Smells weird, leaves a weird taste in your mouth, but it also doesn't get you drunk. Vinegar is just
It's
$2,000
vinegar, pussy.
It's vinegar. Yes, I knew it. Yeah, we did it.
So,
Vodka, like your style.
Vodka, like stuff. No, it's vinegar.
all right. So, with that, you guys finish off the night. And does anyone have anything else to want to do before a long rest?
Idris is pulling Ashton. Are we resting in Anther or
I think
Castle?
Up to you guys.
Um, I
What
don't
Does
know.
time
anyone
is
have a
it right
preference?
now?
About 3 hours before we met.
Oh, damn. Okay, so it's late.
I'm debating because Rosalind might want to. She might want to stay down here just for the night.
Idris is pulling Ashton to some sort of outskirts to show him big spell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Alright.
So, what are you casting Prismatic Spray on?
Like, if we go to like the outskirts of Anther and there's like, is there any like clearing that's not forest? Like if we go more westward?
Yeah, there's like abandoned farmers' fields.
As they're walking, she's like, okay, what exactly are you... What is this exactly?
I shouldn't hit you with it. It does some fun stuff.
Like, it'd be better if you didn't, or you
Yeah.
you're pretty sure you won't?
I'm pretty sure I don't want to, and it's better if I don't, because I think I can turn you to stone accidentally, or shunt you to another plane. And I don't
Or
think
you
you
can
want
try.
either of those. I can't control it. So I'm gonna shoot it a little bit up in the air, so I don't also start a grass fire.
And you see like there's like a bird flying overhead you can aim at.
A what?
There's like a bird flying overhead if you want to aim it at.
Oh, that poor bird.
Alright. Let's get a D8 over there.
Okay, one sec.
That seagull turns into a
Okay.
cat.
That's 10d6 acid once I
Yes,
Oh,
it's
I want to
dead.
roll it.
So you flash up, and Asha, the array of light just bursts forward from Eloise's chest.
Glasses flick on.
Yep. And it is gorgeous. It looks like a rainbow just busted out of their chest. And then the slowly melting
Bird skeleton hits the
of
ground.
that bird hits the ground with a splash that like melts into the dirt around it.
Dear Lord.
It was like shaking a little bit and just like gives like a little shaky thumbs up, still smiling.
I feel like the bird didn't deserve that.
You don't either.
I can take it.
Not when that's one of the options.
Still, I'd say that's pretty useful, pointing it at something not friendly that has it coming.
Still just pretty freaky.
If you can petrify, like, one of the Zodiacs.
They
That'd
gotta fail it. Gotta fail a few times. I shunt them to
Right,
another
but
plane.
still, it's
too.
possible.
I'm just scared if I shunt them to another plane, they're gonna get stronger and just become more of a problem. Then it's gonna be all my fault that happens because I shot it and I didn't.
He looks over and it's like, you have no way of knowing that.
Well, it could be if it's all my fault, and then they get blinded and go to another plane, and then they get way stronger, and then maybe overthrow everyone.
Or
and
they're
even that
blinded and they
13
fall into a pool of lava.
What if they're immune to fire?
What if it's ice? Like, can you choose which plane?
No! But if it could be to their benefit, they could just go home. They could probably just go home, which is even worse because they could get more people and they could come back.
Or
I'm okay. Let's go to bed.
Rosalind wants
Look,
to...
it's
Never
not the end of the world.
I'm okay. Let's go to bed.
You're not. But if you don't want to talk about it more, that's fine.
It's been a long day. I just got put in this body.
Hasn't it been like at least a day?
Yes, I think. Yeah. But
2 days, but...
Yeah. I'd still like to go to sleep. Or rest. I can't sleep.
We should probably stay in Anther then.
Yeah. That's fair. Okay. All good.
Walking.
Alright, so you each take separate rooms in Anther?
Yeah, Rosalind will
Yeah.
go if her usual room's available.
Yeah, easy enough to do.
Yeah, for like an hour before she sleeps, though, she's not in the room if anybody comes looking.
Yeah.
Okay. So, before we end off, I'm going to give each of you experience and take a long rest.
Oh, real
So if you
quick
level
though, Esther did want to talk to Rosalind real quick.
Ah,
Go for it.
She'll kind of go up to the room and knock on the door.
they're silent, she's not in there. If it's before her
Uh,
sleeping.
No, it's kind of after everyone's sort of gone to bed.
That's the thing, there is about an hour spot where it's like she's gone to her room, but she hasn't gone to bed yet. So I don't know quite where that would be. Basically, there's a 50-50 chance she's up on the roof.
Alright, well, she knocks anyhow.
Yeah.
No answer. She'll kind of feign Rosalind. Are you anywhere nearby?
Don't tell Ashta. I am up on the roof.
Do you mind if I come up? I need to ask you a few things.
Of course. Would you rather I came down?
Oh, no. I'd rather be outside, in all honesty.
Okay.
And, she'll kind of make her way up to the roof. She'll use telekinetic platform to get herself up there. If that can. Go up 20 feet?
Yeah, easy enough, with like a little bit of creativity.
Sick.
Alright.
And she'll kind of hop off onto the roof.
Rosalind kind of reaches over and pats the spot next to her.
She sits down, I'm really scared. And I don't know who else to tell.
What do you need to talk about?
I didn't realize how frightening it was to be a mother.
Ah,
There's this small creature, and I know she's capable. I saw her walking on her own yesterday while at the castle. And I never thought I'd get the chance to see her first steps or words. I thought that all died with her. But now I'm terrified. Because my life has meaning now. If I die, I don't just leave the world behind, I leave her behind. What am I to do with
I'm not sure. I don't have a great wisdom to offer you on this. You have experience as a matron. I know it's perhaps not the same thing.
It's not the motherhood I'm scared of.
It's the losing it. It's the
Yeah.
responsibility of it.
What if this is cruel trick? What if this is vengeful God giving me a chance at something and then only to rip it away when I finally let my guard down and allow myself to feel comfortable?
I don't
Then.
believe it is. My gut says that it isn't. And besides, if it were, in that case, we just point Ashta in the right direction, back him up, and I'm sure that in time he will force the vengeful god to take it back.
Yeah, I suppose. He is kind of like a battering ram.
But I don't believe that this is... I don't believe this is something that is impermanent or a trick or a dream. It's real.
And Esther feigns Rosalind an image of Jade smiling and laughing, and she's holding onto Esther's hand. And Esther just kind of looks, I'm so lucky. I had friends brought me back. Lucky I have you. And I would be lost without all. Thank you for giving me a purpose again.
Thank you for standing alongside of us for so long.
Family isn't. It can be, but family is made through tears and fights, argument, laugh and love, heartbreak, and joy. You are my family, whether you like it or not.
No, I think I like it. I never really had much in the way of family growing up. There was my father. There were stories of a woman I was told was my mother, but never knew. There was the occasional ward my father took in and looked after, but there was always a distance.
Did your mother pass away?
It was complicated. Did I never tell you? What I found
No.
out when we were here? Not the first time. When we first returned.
No.
My father isn't my birth father. I always thought he was, and knew that, of course, his wife died in childbirth. presumably with me, but that was incorrect as well. His wife did die, but so did his child in the birth. And
So he took you in.
yes, well, it was complicated. He asked for something, a boon, a blessing. Do you remember the matron of the Brazilian Spire?
How could I forget?
She took me from my mother and gave me to him. He didn't know, but my mother has passed. I spoke to her spirit once, using magic. Or perhaps just a memory or an echo of her spirit. She was half-elven?
That makes a lot of sense.
Apparently my birth father is even more complicated. My patron might be able to get me in contact with him at some point, but that's a request that's rather fallen on the wayside, given current events and all of the insanity therein.
Even then, if we are to become as strong as we are supposed to, the most important thing we can do is find ourselves. Whether it be through unknown answers or fighting until we're near death, getting a wish from a kind God.
Figuring out
So-
how to take care of a child.
Ah,
It's almost funny you asking me this advice. I assumed that if, when I ever had any of my own, I'd be going to you.
well, I'd very much love to see the day.
Maybe.
You'd be a wonderful mother.
There's a little faint smile. I'm not really counting on it at the moment, but I always assumed that it would someday.
Well, I hope I'm there on that day.
I hope so as well.
I don't know how I'm going to explain this to my family. And she kind of puts her face in her hands and just,
It's rather a lot.
how am I going to tell them that they have a grandchild that was dead and now is not because I birthed a god from an egg and I don't know what to do?
Perhaps a bit like that. If you'd like, I can cast a dream spell.
No.
It's
And
a
Esther's laughing. It's just tired sort of laugh. And she's like, please, no. We're going to hold off on telling them.
All right. But if you ever change your mind or decide that now is the time, but we're a little too far from the desert, and maybe a bit of distance would be best.
My mother is going to kill me.
She can't kill you in a dream.
That's true. But we'll give it some time before we occur. There's just one last thing I wanted to ask you. You know more about love than I think I would.
A understandable misconception. But go on.
In the sense of you've read things and you know things.
No.
I'm not as good with people, I guess.
All right. Is this about...
How?
Mm.
Yeah, it's the dare that I always gave. Or the truth.
The question.
It's something I've been thinking about for a while. I've liked Gariel for a very long time. Very, very long childhood. But I was foolish and foolhardy, and I ended up being with somebody who hurt me beyond measure. It is the main reason why I left, but regardless of that, I've made many mistakes when it comes to feelings. And I don't want to treat this subject as that. How do you choose?
There is a very... I don't know what kind of expression is on Rosalind's face right now. She's...
Complicated?
Yeah, she's not doing her usual smile, like, soft or otherwise. It's gone very somber and serious. I wish I knew.
I know with... And she kind of glances around the genie that will never go anywhere. When this war is over, when the tides have turned and when the dust has settled, I hope she'll be free to go back to where she belongs without any grudge, knowing that we kept her safe despite the accidental kidnapping because the orb took everything. But I know it is foolish, not stable, and in a world full of instability, I'd rather like for it to be stable.
I understand that.
How do you end something?
I don't know. I've never managed to start anything.
Really?
Was never brave enough to approach, never able to broach a subject, and there was always something or someone else.
Is there somebody now?
Maybe what you should do with the genie is converse with her? Because you have that beginning, that basis already, maybe it would be best to see if she thinks the same about it not being able to go anywhere. Ask her what might happen if within the next day, 2 days, week, things change and she is able to go back safely. Would she have to separate from you? Would she want you to come with her? But would that be feasible? I'm perhaps not the best person to advise this, but...
You are the only person I really trust with this.
Perhaps talk about it?
I think that's a good idea. I just needed some reassurance.
You never know. Perhaps she'll feel differently. Perhaps there will be a way to make it work better than you expect. Or perhaps it would be best for you to both agree on the same terms and page to head in different directions. At the very least, you'll be able to do so knowing that you're in agreement.
Yeah. I think I'll do that. And you see it's almost like a weight has kind of gone off her shoulder just from talking about it.
Glad I could help.
You're also avoiding the question.
What question?
Are you or are you not? Is there somebody currently?
Do you know once, years ago, I thought... Well, I had a bit of a crush on someone. He was a bit of a peer. His father came to visit my father on business, brought him along. We got along very well. Well enough that when they left, after their visit, we stayed in touch, exchanged letters, talked quite a bit through them. And I thought that there were feelings there on both sides. Until I got the letter in which he was very excited to tell me, his friend, about his new engagement.
Oh,
So I'm a little cautious of doing that to myself again and assuming something where I now know there isn't.
I'm sorry. Having unrequited feelings is painful.
It got better. It was actually several, 3.5 years ago. His wife is lovely. I still consider them friends. They've got an adorable little boy. I met him once. Frankly, I think that was just a temporary, small crush. I got past it, but well, I suppose it just takes some time no matter what.
I understand. Well, oh,
I will say, as a word of warning, if I ever introduce you to him and say this is my old friend and pen pal, I've told you about him, don't bring this part up. I never told him, and he should not know. That would be a unwanted complication at this point, especially.
oh,
It's not
neighbor.
it's not current. The feelings aren't current. They faded long ago again, but it would be a little awkward in hindsight.
Rosalind, I would never. What you tell me stays with me. I don't share secrets.
All right.
Well, I think it's time for bed. I'm going to head up to the castle to say goodnight to Jade.
And as you kind of stand up, Esther, you hear and you feel like a small pinch in your neck. Rosalind, you as well. And you both make Constitution saving throws.
Oh shit.
Oh, fuck. Shit, I gotta get back in.
8.
Okay.
Shit. Give me a minute, I gotta get back in. Fuck.
Here's the point where I promise I was going to establish it at some point later that Asha was staying at some sort of spot in between where the main party is and where the castle is.
Yep, fair enough. Don't worry. I had this plan no matter what happened. Well, I'm just gonna say, Ashley, you wouldn't have noticed him no matter what.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just for a distance.
Yeah.
Fuck. I don't know what my con thing is because Roll20 is taking forever to load.
That's okay. I'll roll a d20, see if it's within reason of you being able to pass it.
Yeah.
Fuck.
If it's like a 10 or below, I'm not even about. Oh god, I accidentally clicked on Xenia's sheet. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Oh, good luck.
Yeah, that was gonna take me a second.
Meanwhile,
I'm sorry
this
for
guy's
you.
doing roll 20.
Like, which scene? Druid or cleric?
Raven Queen.
Oh, good luck!
Yeah.
That's the slowest one.
Yeah.
Rip.
It's so slow, my entire roll 20 is crashing.
Yep, that's what happens to me once a week.
It's like I accidentally opened up Xenia. Oh no, why is that a bad thing? Oh right.
Yeah,
Okay,
you know what
someone
else is?
roll a d20, please.
You know what else is fun with this too?
What?
Please don't tell Ash I'm up here. He'd be so worried about this.
Oh, that's a 6.
Okay,
That's a 6. Okay, so
listen.
yeah, you both would have failed no matter what. You don't have high enough.
Yeah.
Con, Esther.
Yeah.
As you both
Yeah.
go unconscious.
Uh-huh.
Oh no.
Okay.
And we will pick that up next time because Sky, we have you next week, right?
Yes!
So that turned out perfectly.
I'm finally here next week. I have
Okay.
not had a Saturday off in almost 2 months.
Good lord.
God.
I'm gonna warn
That was originally
on
just
that.
planned to be Rosalind. Well done.
Oh,
I'm gonna-
God.
I'm gonna warn on
Oh,
that
my
Saturday.
God.
I'm going to be very exhausted. I have to work a science fair, edit and export videos, and photograph the entire day.
Fair. Don't
Dead
worry,
ass?
combat
My
photo
brain will
is-
be shutting down.
Yeah.
That's fine.
That's
you can check out.
I bet any money. I'm just sorry. It's fucking Hal Kareem. Could you imagine?
No.
No, we
it's
already
not
finished
him.
that one up in
We finished that. Yeah, we closed that chapter.
He has come back.
Valentia.
No.
No,
No.
But for now,
probably
I'll
one
put Shell's
Zodiac coming
experience in the
I
first.
chat.
want Caius to be
Okay.
there.
Your
I want
experience?
Caius to be there for that, but yeah, no, it's just
So,
like, cause like I recently, I was like,
John,
Guys,
that-
are we gonna close this up before we start talking?
yeah,
Yeah.
yes, and John
wait,
still
one
wants
sec. So no marking long rest or yes? No.
Everyone except for the two who got poisoned. Mark
Oh,
them
we
off.
got poisoned? Fuck.
We're unconscious. We're not getting rest. So Esther and Rosalind don't
No.
get long rests.
no.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
Okay.
until next time.
Until next time.
Bye. Oh,
Someone's getting
also,
fucking torn to
Yeet.
shreds.
God.
We had an end of game, of course. Well, bye.
Yeah. Oh well.